Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. Man, we got another amazing episode today. We got 4 lovely ladies on the show. We talking dating and relationships. Let's go. Could understand out the door. All right, we are currently live right now on Facebook and YouTube. Let me go ahead and check this, make sure everything's good. All right, see if the audio's good. Audio is good. Okay, we are live currently on Facebook and YouTube. Chat, we had our last episode was Wednesday. We had a supporters call in, and I did a few debates too on that stream. So check out that Wednesday stream we did. Really, I only debated one guy, another one of those guys that think that it's okay and morally right to pay for box, which is sad. There's so many simps, that's in the chat and even supports the podcast. But I got to give them that work. So every Wednesday we do our debates, and if you have any points of contention or things you disagree with, go ahead and you could join the stream on Wednesday. Last Friday's show was pretty dope as well, but we got a few links in the description. First link is going to be to join a membership. We got 3 tiers. First tier is gang, second tier is hitman, third tier is mob ties. So be sure to join the membership. If you like this podcast and you want to watch it grow, go ahead and join the membership. The second link is going to be for one-on-one coaching. So if you are in some relationship trouble and your woman won't submit to you, or she was withholding sex for compliance, click that link. If you are a woman and your man is lacking in a multitude of things and he's inadequate and you're unhappy, go ahead and click that link. So I do couples coaching and dating and relationship coaching. I also do media and marketing coaching as well. Currently, I think we're at like 2 million followers overall on all of our platforms combined, but we're at 200K on YouTube, that's crazy, man. We did that in under 2 years. So if you need any help with growing your business or with starting a YouTube channel and marketing your business or your YouTube channel, go ahead and click that link and I'll go ahead and I'll coach you. Also, if you are a man and you're lacking in masculinity, click that link as well. If you have too many vices and you can't stop beating your meat, you can't stop, watching porn, you have all of these vices, you can't stop smoking and drinking, you may want to click that link. I got you, man. Steve, also be mindful on the switchboard at all times, brother. That other stuff could wait. Let's see. The third link in there is going to be for, what's the third link? Third link is
Discord.
No, it isn't the Discord link. Oh, the third link, bro, is merch. So the merch is out right now and it's live. So let me go ahead and show you how to merch. Y'all been asking for it. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. So the merch is out. We sold out last time, but now it's back. So merch with the new logo. And then also, God over man, man over woman, woman over children. This is a large right here, brother. This is not your size. Medium, dog, medium. Yeah. I got you in the medium. I got you in the medium. But yo, this is the realest shirt. The shirt that I'm wearing right now is fly. I got Robin on it. It's fake. This nigga shirt, fake. All of their shirts, fake shirts. This is the realest shirt. It don't get no more realer than this. Like, think about it. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. That's the order of life. And then no fugazi, man. That just means, be truthful, be authentic. So this is the realest shirt. So if you want the realest shirt, click the third link and support the podcast, man. Buy the merch. And then we do have, y'all been waiting for it.
Hey, if you're watching this right now, you're one of those guys,
Steve,
you're approaching a girl,
you could show them. You could bring that up. Since you already have it up. Yeah. Show them. Oh yeah, that's perfect. The Mr. Man glasses. So we got the Mr. Man glasses, man. They finally dropped. These are the famous glasses that I wear. So yeah, man, we got the Mr. Man glasses. And y'all gonna love it. Y'all been asking for it. These glasses went viral on so many different platforms. So it's finally available. Go ahead and support. Buy the merch. Buy the glasses. And Become part
if you're
of the
watching
game.
this right now, you're one of those guys.
The fourth link in the description is for the Clips channel. Steve just posted something, I believe, it was yesterday, went viral on the Clips channel. So go ahead and subscribe to the Clips channel so we can get that growing. I think it's only at like 4,000 subscribers, but we're trying to get that to 100K. So go ahead and subscribe to the Clips channel because people do be stealing our clips, which is okay. But we're going to compete and post a whole lot of content ourselves. The fifth link is for the Discord. Yo, everyone that's in the Discord and everyone that's a member too, you do get a discount on the merch. So let's not forget. So here's what we're going to do. Anyone that's buying the merch that is a member of the podcast, I don't care which tier you're in. If you're in Gang, Hitman, or Mob Ties, any tier, you get a discount. So I want you to message us on Discord, though. Message us on Discord, and we will send you a discount link. So message us on Discord. We're going to verify that you're a member, and then we're going to send you a discount link. Because if you're a member, this is one of your special perks. Of course, that you get a discount on the merch. Other than that, we got okay to chat in here. We got Holiday Tone in here. Let's go ahead and read. Holiday Tone sends him $5. He says, shout out to the kings on the couch. Ease, my question last Friday had you all in the clips this week. My bad, family.
Nah, as a matter of fact, ask some questions again, bro. Keep asking them type of questions, bro.
yeah. It's Holiday Tone. You funny. Is Lord Geotron in here? Lord Geotron be having some funny stuff too. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and let the ladies introduce themselves. Let's start over here. Name, age, and where you from?
Genesis, Connecticut, 31.
Genesis, Connecticut, 31 years old. What do you do for a living?
I work I'm a sales tax analyst, so I work in a tax department at a luxury goods company.
Okay, cool. And how long you been doing that for?
The position it's a long story, but recently 2 months.
Okay,
but I've been with the company for a while.
But you've been with the company for a while.
Yeah.
Good for you. And relationship status?
Single.
How long you been single for?
Technically for 4 years, officially a year and a half.
Okay, technically, let's kind of decipher the womenese. All right, so technically, you said 4 years?
Yeah.
So technically 4 years, but about a year and a half. So it's been about on and off for that time, or he's just been hitting it. Y'all been living together?
No, we were living together, and I ended the relationship, and then after that, I just always struggled with being single. So I think at that point I was still figuring that part out. So I was still like in situationships or whatever.
Oh, with other men?
Yeah.
Okay, but he hasn't been hitting it.
No.
The ex has been hitting it. Oh,
No.
okay, I see what you're saying. I got it. So she was like, nah, I extracted the vagina from this guy, but he definitely didn't get that again. Okay, fair enough.
Period.
And okay, so you've been single for a year and a half, pretty much. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fun fact about yourself.
I like doing like a lot of adventurous things. Like I'll do kayaking, surfing, stuff like that.
Okay, kayaking, surfing. That's your white gene?
Do I even have one technically?
A white gene?
Yeah.
You what are you, Venezuelan? Yeah, I'm sure you got that's somewhere
Maybe
over
French,
there.
maybe.
Wait, where is Venezuelan at?
I think it's South America.
Yeah.
Oh, South America?
Right above Brazil.
Yeah, they were colonized
That's what
by
I mean.
the
I think it was French, but
yeah, y'all was colonized. We was
Yeah.
all colonized.
right.
All right.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I am really white though, but
Okay, fair enough. And have you ever took a plan B?
yeah,
How many?
I don't know.
She like, man, too many to count. I was popping them like pills when I was in college.
No.
No? Okay, fair enough. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
My name is Kiara. From Allentown.
Okay, Kiara from Allentown. And how old are you?
29
29. Okay, cool.
years old.
29 years old. And what do you do for a living?
I work with at elementary school, 3rd and 4th grade, learning support for reading.
Okay, 3rd and 4th grade elementary school for reading. That's what you do.
Yes.
And relationship status?
I'm currently on my own.
You are currently single. How long you been single for?
A little while.
A little while. Okay. It's so Chad, it's so cute that girls have a word like you. How long you been single for? Well, I've been currently on my own. You been single? All right, that's cool. That's cool. Let's go with you said what you do for a living. Let's go with fun fact.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
I'm a lefty.
You're lefty. Okay. All right. All right. Have you ever taken any Plan Bs?
Back in my day, maybe one time.
Okay. She took some Plan Bs. All right, moving right along. Yo, name, age, and where you from?
I'm Danielle. I'm from Jersey.
Okay. What part of Jersey you from?
Bayonne.
Bayonne. Okay, you from Bayonne, Jersey.
And I'm 44 years old.
Okay. You waiting for me to say something?
You said me.
Hey, Chad, look, everybody's scared to say their age now.
Shelly.
Thanks to Shelly.
Do you identify? What do you identify? What age do you identify?
What age do you
as?
identify as?
I mean, I think like 44 is a great age.
Okay.
Like you're finally where you're like, I got this.
What's on your Tinder account?
Like,
Not Tinder.
Okay, I was just checking.
just
Since she
checking.
got a different age on Tinder. Let's go with what do you do for a living?
I'm a cardiovascular technologist.
Okay, cardiovascular technologist. And how long you been doing that for?
20 years.
Okay, you've been in the business for a minute. And the relationship status?
I'm single.
Single. How long you been single for?
About 2 years.
Okay.
Steadily single.
Okay, single for 2 years. Give me one thing he did wrong in a relationship and one thing you did wrong in a relationship.
I'll say one thing I did wrong in the relationship. I was a little bit selfish.
Okay, how were you selfish?
Just thought about like my own needs and wants before. I don't think I was ready, even though, getting older.
Okay, you don't think you were ready, but you still was in. Were y'all living together or no?
No.
Okay, all right. Took accountability. All right, what's one thing he did wrong?
I think he was a little bit of a liar.
A little bit of a liar. How you gonna be a little bit of a lie? A lie is a lie. He was lying.
He just lied about.
What'd he lie about?
Very stupid things that he didn't need to lie about. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it wasn't big things. It was just a little annoying little, like I'll do this and doesn't do it,
Got you. Okay. Fun fact about yourself.
I'm like obsessed with finding the purpose of life.
You're obsessed with finding the purpose of life. Where have you looked?
I've read most holy books. No, I'm serious. I've just studied different religions, different beliefs, like made friends with people of different faiths just to get ideas, and try to figure it out.
Okay, you read the Bible, the Quran?
Yes.
Both?
Yes.
Oh,
crap.
Okay, look at you. All right, you read both books. What book, or you said you're obsessed with finding out the truth. So where are you at now within the truth?
So I find that there's similarities within every religion and every culture.
Yeah.
They're just written differently, and they have just a different way of expressing it. But I think like the basis of all religions is like love, the frequency and the vibration of it. Just it makes you closer to God.
Okay, so you said the basis of all religions is just love. Fair enough. Okay, cool. And have you ever taken any Plan Bs?
No.
Okay.
Never.
Any abortions? No. Okay. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
I'm Chelsea. I'm 32. I'm from Pennsylvania.
You can move her mic a little closer. Put the cam on her. Steve? Nah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. You said Chelsea, how old?
32.
32? And where you from?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. What part?
I'm from like all over Pennsylvania.
All over.
I've
What?
moved a lot.
Oh, you moved a lot.
Yeah.
What main high school you went to?
I graduated from Ben Salem.
Ben Salem. Okay, cool. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a medical assistant.
Medical assistant. Nice. How long you been doing that for?
Like 5 years.
Okay, 5-year medical assistant. Relationship status.
Single.
Single. How long you been single for?
Like officially single, like 3 years.
Okay, it's all officially single.
Because like I was married, so like we went through a divorce, we were separated, so I like don't know like.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
that makes sense. All right, so you was married, and who divorced who?
Well, he filed for divorce, but I left.
Oh, okay. Dang. All right, so he filed for divorce. Go ahead, Ease.
Like you left first and then he filed, or he filed and
Yeah.
then you left?
No, I left and then he filed.
Oh, okay.
And what made you leave?
He was. I met him when I was 16, so I was young, and he was just. Do you ever hear of like a narcissist? Like, not like the loose term, like an actual narcissist. Like I'm not just saying it like just to play victim. Like he honestly was.
Girls
What's
love that word.
what's one of the narcissistic things that he's done to you, or he displayed?
Like emotional stuff, like trying to think. There's a lot.
Okay, give me one of them.
Like, give me like an example of something.
I don't know. You said he narcissistic, so I'm asking for you to tell us how he was narcissistic.
Just calling me names, being mean to me, you know,
Calling you names, being mean to you. I mean,
cheating, all that stuff.
That's not
cheating,
narcissism, but
lying about it.
I mean,
You're just a piece of crap.
yeah, but when you never think you're wrong for anything, you make excuses for everything. I feel like that's narcissistic.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
All right.
there it is.
There we go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So he was doing you wrong, but not taking any blame. Kind
Yeah,
of.
like flipping
shifting
everything
the
on
blame.
me. Yeah.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
not to say I was never wrong. There was times where I was wrong, but
Yeah, and then you was like, you know what? I'm out of here, and you left.
yeah.
Got you. Let's go with fun fact about yourself.
I move a lot.
You like move around?
Yeah.
Okay. Where have you moved to?
I lived in Florida for 7 years, Georgia for 5. I'm from up here.
What part of Georgia?
Columbus.
Never heard of it. Okay.
It's like an hour and a half south of Atlanta.
Okay.
Did you ever hear of like Fort Benning?
Nope. Yeah, just Atlanta. It's all
That's
good.
where it's
Okay, so you move around a lot. Cool. Let's go with, have you ever taken any Plan Bs?
No.
Any abortions?
No.
None.
Nope.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Any abortions over here on this couch? No? All right. Good. Okay. We got Mike Bell sent in $2. Okay. Just supporting. No questions or comments. We got Holiday Tone sends in $5. He says, question for the ladies. Have you ever, let's start on this couch with you drinking water. So here's a question from the chat. He says, ladies, have you ever withheld sex for compliance? Stop the cap. Also, what can a man withhold from you that would piss you off in a relationship? Good question. So two-pronged question. Have you ever withheld sex for compliance in a relationship?
So I'm currently celibate, but have I for compliance like when I want to?
Yeah, move your mic a little closer.
You mean like just only be sexually active when I want it?
Yeah, like have you...
Is that what you mean?
It could be that, or withholding sex for compliance. It's a broad term, but if the man wants sex from you and he's pursuing it, yeah, in a relationship, but you're like no, and the reasons why you're saying no isn't because you're on your period or your stomach hurts. It's not valid reasons. It's just reasons based off of something you don't feel right, so you don't want to do it, and that's based off of maybe him or just you.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know who hasn't, but...
Okay. No, that's cool. Okay, so you withheld sex for compliance. And then the next question is, what can a man withhold from you that would piss you off?
Patience.
Patience.
Yeah.
A man can withhold patience. Okay. All right, fair enough. What about you? Have you ever withheld sex for compliance?
For sure.
She's like, oh yeah, I did it.
And I would do it again.
Yeah, Victor wasn't getting none of these cheeks. Okay. And you said you'll do it again. All right. Now, what's something that a man can withhold that'll piss you off?
Acknowledgement. Like pretty much like recognize you, like or give you attention, or like just completely withdraw, I guess.
Okay.
Attention, bro. Attention.
Yeah.
Attention. So when a man withholds attention, that will piss you off.
Yeah.
Cool. Have you ever withhold sex for compliance?
I'm sure.
Okay. And what's one thing that a man can withhold that'll piss you off?
Communication.
The bottle? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, pops. Communication. Okay, so attention. Same thing. Okay, or okay, that's a little bit different than attention. It's kind of the same, but a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's a variant.
Yeah,
all right, cool. What about you? Ever withhold sex for compliance?
Yeah.
She like, yeah, I was married and been divorced. Why you think? Definitely wasn't getting no box. And now, what's one thing that a man can withhold that'll piss you off?
Probably communication. Like when they ignore you, like for days on end.
Let me write that down.
Okay. Anything else? Want to be a little bit different? Because she said communication. I think she said.
Probably like being like not being empathetic.
Not being empathetic. Okay. Not being empathetic. He can hold back his empathy, meaning that if you're trying to vent to him and, you know, lean on his shoulder, he's like, listen, I ain't got time for this.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that's a good one. Yeah, I can see how that could piss a woman off. Okay. Now, ladies, starting with you, what do you think is worse? Withholding sex for compliance or withholding communication?
Withholding communication.
You do? Okay. What about you? Because you
Like worse in general or worse for a woman?
Just worse in general. So you said whatever your answer is, I think was withholding empathy. So which is worse, withholding empathy or withholding sex for compliance?
Like what's worse for me or like
just what's
for him?
worse in general?
Empathy.
Okay. And yours was communication.
Yeah.
So which is worse?
Well, I guess for me it would be communication, but if for the relationship it would be the sex.
Okay. And what about you?
I would say.
Wait, what was your answer again? What was one
patience.
of the? It was attention. No, hers was
It was patience.
patience. Oh, okay, patience. So what do you think is worse?
I would say. Well, not everyone is communicative. I would say not everyone is communicative. So maybe withholding sex for compliance, like married.
So that's worse?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ding, 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 ding. This couch is correct. So I'll explain a little bit and give my thoughts. And if you have any disagreements or a different opinion, please let me know. So yeah, withholding sex for compliance, when a woman withholds sex for compliance, is much worse. It's the equal opposite equivalent to a man not protecting you. If someone slapped your butt and ran away with your purse, and he looks at you like, you gonna get that? You know what I mean? Like it's that much of a punch in the face. The reason being is because a man's baseline, right? What he looks for from a woman is sex. The other thing is, you know, to follow his lead. So it's usually sex and compliance. If we just strip everything back to its rawest form. If you look at compliance, what is that? To be submissive, right? A multitude of things like that. So if you take that away and withhold it, it's like, wow, this is like one of the main reasons. Like that's the glue to the relationship, right? Now, when it comes to a woman's baseline and what you look for from a man, it isn't communication, it isn't empathy, it isn't attention, it isn't patience. That's not your baseline. Those are still things that's very important. But your baseline is security. What is security? Protecting and providing. You know what I mean? You want to know if something happens, if you're in a situation, you have insurance. And guess what? That man's fist and that man's will and that man's bravery to protect you is that insurance. So if he's not holding that base, giving you the baseline, then it's like, God dang, why am I even with you? You know what I mean? And also providing as well, having the ability to provide for you. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Any disagreements? No? Any different perspectives? All right, cool. God dang, Holiday Tone, you in here. I see you, bro. And ladies, y'all could ask questions too. Did y'all write down any questions on your cards? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do got questions. Okay. Let's get to one of y'all questions. Let's start with, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, cool. Let's go with you.
I'll ask this question that was sitting right beside me.
We could, is it a question for the panel or just a specific person?
For the panel.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just you could ask it. And then we'll start on this side.
Okay. Do you think it's disrespectful to like other girls' pictures on social media when in a relationship?
For the guy, okay.
Women hate this.
We could put more into it.
Yeah.
Let's do, which is more disrespectful? Liking pictures, the guy liking other girls' pictures or the girl liking other girls' pictures? Or the girl liking other guys' pictures?
Right.
How about we make it more spicier to get you guys thinking more, okay? Let's start with you. So which is more disrespectful? A man liking another woman's picture or the woman liking another man's picture? Or do you think is equal? Which one?
I feel like that's hard to say because I feel like guys don't really care about that stuff as much as females. But I do feel like they do see that since they don't do it as often, they're like, oh, why are you under this guy's pictures all the time? Like you must want him or something.
Yeah.
But I feel like that also like goes with insecure men. I don't know. I just lost my thought.
Okay. So, well, you're kind of saying it's like equal. You know what? Hold that thought. I'll give you all some time to think about it. Let's go ahead and run a sponsorship for today. T.H. Hanley.
Hey, if you're watching this right now, you're one of those guys, you're approaching a girl, you're always fumbling and getting rejected. You're probably thinking like, is it my confidence? Is it the way I conveyed myself? And it could be. But I know one of the things that most guys seem to always forget about.
You can't even hear the T.H. Hanley though. Wait,
is their skin. Having good skin makes a big difference in how the woman is going to view you. The first thing they see is your skin, man. So I recommend T.H. Hanley. That's our sponsorship for today. And I'm not just
And actually bring it back to me real quick so I can let them know. All right, chat, we're going to go ahead and run that ad again. The audio is muted, so go ahead and run that ad, Steve.
Hey, if you're watching this right now, you're one of those guys, you're approaching a girl, you're always fumbling and getting rejected. You're probably thinking like, is it my confidence? Is it the way I conveyed myself? And it could be. But I know one of the things that most guys seem to always forget about is their skin. Having good skin makes a big difference in how the woman is going to view you. The first thing they see is your skin, man. So I recommend T.H. Hanley. That's our sponsorship for today. And I'm not just recommending this product because they're our sponsorship. I recommend this product because I actually use this product. I've used it before they even hit us up to do the sponsorship. Don't take my word for it. They have over 10,000 5-star reviews. I recommend that you start off with their level 1 system. They got all the basics. They have the daily wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 and a PM moisturizer. So go ahead and get this product, man. The link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. And since they're sponsoring us, man, they are giving a 40% discount. Yes, 40% off. And then if you become a member, you get 20% discount for life. Lifetime 20% discount, bro. You can't beat that deal. Now I'm back to regular scheduled programming.
All right, we are back. Okay, so I think the question was pinned to you. So which is worse? You had some time to think about it now.
Yeah.
So which is worse? A man liking another woman's pictures when he's in a relationship, or a woman liking another man's pictures while she's in a relationship?
So I think it's equally as bad, but I think it depends on the situation because, like I said, like if men are insecure, I think that's when they care about it most. But I think in general, I think it's worse for a woman because we're the ones that care about that the most and will internalize what they're doing. Like, what are you looking for? What what is it that I'm not giving you type thing. So I feel like
Okay.
it's worse for a woman for that reason.
Okay, cool. And what about you? Which is worse?
I would say women.
Women
It's
is worse.
worse women liking pictures.
And why?
Because if they're in a relationship, that's just, it's kind of rare for a woman to be liking men's pictures, and that's just foul.
Okay. All right. And what about you? Which is worse?
I think it's equally as bad.
Equally as bad. Okay. You want to explain why it's equally as bad?
I mean, I think it depends on
Can
the
you
man.
speak in the mic a little bit?
Sorry.
Yep.
I think it depends on the man and it depends on the woman.
Well, it depends. What does it depend on?
Let me actually move yours
if-
closer.
They're jealous people, or if it bothers them, or if they don't care as much, you know. I think it's something that should be talked about between two individuals, if it bothers them or not, you know.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. You said that is equal and it should be talked about if it bothers them. What about you, Chelsea?
I think it's equal as well, but it's just like, what was I gonna say? When it's like, if it's like a friend and it's like a family picture, okay.
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the opposite sex that's attractive.
Yeah,
then
like that's yeah.
So-
That's when it like, I feel like gets to women when it's like those like porn star pages. You know what I mean?
So which one is worse? A man liking a pretty girl's picture, or a woman liking an attractive man?
I think it depends on the person too, because
What does it depend
some
on?
men are confident in themselves and don't really care. I feel like
Okay.
men typically don't care much about that stuff. It's more women because we're more emotional and like.
You said men don't care about their girl liking another guy's picture?
That's a
No,
lie.
that's not what I mean. I just mean like typically.
Okay. You mean like that's where it comes from. That's where the complaint normally comes from women.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. And why do you think the complaint normally comes from women? Would you say it's because women don't really even like men's pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or-
Now I got a question for y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Or do you think it's because women are insecure?
Yeah.
Both.
I don't. Yeah, it's a little bit of both. But
Because-
it's just kind of like, it's not that I'm insecure, but if I see you like in that picture and it's like everyone can see it, because you know it'll be like
okay,
your
but-
boyfriend and 5,000 others like the picture.
But
And
if
it's
it's
like,
like you said if it's a porn star and I like the
Yeah.
picture, like why be insecure? Do you think I got a chance with that porn star?
no.
Say corn too.
Oh, do you think
Yeah.
I got a chance with porn star? Or if it's a picture of Rihanna
No.
and I like Rihanna's picture, you gonna be mad? You
No,
think I
not
got a chance? You
Rihanna.
think I got a chance with Rihanna? You think your boyfriend got a chance with
It
Rihanna?
just depends. I don't know.
Kim
It's just-
Kardashian.
It's just in your mind kind of thing. Like, what do I have that she doesn't? What
Hey,
do you-
chat.
yeah.
Glasses coming on.
So
We
that
about
sounds
to get active.
that sound like insecurity towards for women, because it's mostly women. I don't like it because you also said that both of you guys said it all depends if the man is insecure. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
I just think it's wrong regardless. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's more so an issue for a woman. Like I barely hear guys saying, "Oh, my girlfriend likes other guys' pictures."
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so look, chat. We're gonna go ahead and close out the Facebook stream. We're only gonna stay live on YouTube. So everyone on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazi Podcast on YouTube. Conversation's gonna get a little bit more spicier. You're not gonna want to miss this because I got a good question for the ladies. Get them thinking a little bit. So yeah, let's go ahead and close that out now. Come on over to YouTube. Let's see. Okay. All right. So question. All right. So pretty much, you said that the only one that said that is worse. Well, that it's worse if the woman likes the picture was you,
It's Kiara.
Kiara. All right. And then the rest you said is equal. You said it's
They all
equal.
said
And then the rest
equal.
all said is equal. Okay. All right. So I have a question. Let's start with, and Kiara, you don't have to be in this one. Let's start with you. How can I word this? Do you think how can I word this so I don't give them the answer and word it right? Okay, I got it. Whose nature is it to Nah, that's gonna give it away. Hold up, chat. It's gonna be a good one.
Key to sex.
No, not the key to sex. No, actually, I got it. Yeah, whose nature is it is to fall in love with their eyes? Whose nature is it?
Guys.
Guys, okay. What about you?
Men.
Men, what about you?
Men.
So men normally fall in love with their eyes. So you would say that's kind of like a normal thing,
Yeah.
right? Is it in a woman's nature to fall in love with her eyes? Generally speaking.
Not as much.
Yeah,
No.
not as much.
No.
You got to think about it. The men are the consumers of corn, are the consumers of women's sexuality. So that's like a natural thing, right? So a man that's liking a woman's picture, he's doing something that's just natural to him. That's, oh, a beautiful woman. Double tap, click. That's natural. But y'all all just confirmed that women, you would be doing something that's unnatural if you're liking a man's pic. You would be doing something that's abnormal. You get what I'm saying? If you're liking a man's picture. So for you to like a man's picture, that's unnatural. What's making you like that picture then? What is it? It must be, maybe you're not that attracted to your boyfriend. Maybe you have an emotional connection, or you see something or something that your boyfriend, he's lacking in. So you're looking and you're trying to source outwardly to get it from someone else. You know what I mean? Because you're doing something that's unnatural, right? Man, this nigga like a pic. Sometimes we could just be scrolling like, God dang, we don't even know why we double tap. The finger just moved. It's like, God dang, it's so natural.
5 minutes ago.
I forgot.
Why can't you just scroll past?
So this is what I'm saying. Since it's so natural to the man, it means nothing to us. We don't put any like thought into it. It's just kind of like, oh, beautiful woman, double tap. Oh, God dang, why double tap? I got to check, my bad. Let me go ahead and try to find that picture and unlike it. Like, because it's just a natural instinct, I'm saying. When a man likes a picture, it's in his natural instinct to do it. When you like a picture, it's not in your natural instinct. So that means that if you're doing it, you're putting more thought into it. That means that it's cheating. This is why it's worse when a woman likes a man picture, because she actually doesn't like her man. Make sense? Like, she don't like her man. If man, this nigga like a picture, it's like, all right, like, it's not the end of the world. My bad, it was a natural instinct.
Well, I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
With what motive is the man liking the woman's picture?
Like I'm saying, it could be a natural
look good,
instinct.
that's it.
From a general
You just look
standpoint,
good.
why men like women pictures, you've all confirmed that it's natural for a man to just, he sees something beautiful, it's an instinct for him to just, oh, that's a beautiful woman. It's an instinct for him to, even if she's walking by, let's even get it off of social media. When a woman sees a beautiful man walking, it's like, okay. And usually when a woman is in a relationship with a man and she truly loves her man, every other guy is invisible. Like, say when y'all was in a relationship and you were like deep in love, you would see like maybe a guy that's attractive, but you ain't really see him. You kind of seen through him because you really loved your guy. A guy, think about it, Jay-Z was with Beyonce and he still was cheating. He could have the hottest chick. And it's like, well, I still see Becky over there. Hey, how are you? Because it's that natural, right? So both liking pictures isn't, I would say guys shouldn't even be liking pictures anyway. No one is giving an excuse for guys to like pictures or making an excuse for guys to like pictures. The question is it worse, right? And when we're thinking about it critically, it's like, okay, the person that will go out of their way to do something that's unnatural to like a picture, what's going on in your head? What's going on in the guy's head is just, he's a guy. Make sense? It's like, oh, he's just being a guy. But in your head, oh, no. You at the verge of cheating. You got one foot out the door. Mm-hmm. Any pushback on that?
Yeah.
Okay, what you got?
Because, like, I get that.
Yeah.
For sure, guys are guys. No fight against that. However, I feel like that's where guys lack discernment.
Okay. You would say guys lack discernment. And discernment is making good judgment.
Yeah.
Okay, so they would lack discernment in making no disagreement in maybe lacking discernment in like in a woman's picture or finding a woman attractive. Biblically we're speaking, you know, the man he shouldn't lust after any other woman if he's married. Correct, right? But is the woman a virgin? No, none of y'all virgins, right? None of y'all got married when y'all was virgins either. So y'all was already unholy anyway. You were already secular anyway. So it's like, all right, you secular, you're not following traditions. You want the man to follow all of the traditions and not and to be holy? Okay, he should be, but we're you. So you got to like balance it out. But I get what you're saying. Anybody else? No pushback on that. Carrick, you had something on that, right? You said something.
Oh no.
No. Does that make sense though? Where I'm coming from, like how it's worse?
Yeah, because we were born in sin. Either way.
Yeah, well, that's a different
Okay.
part of the topic. But I'm speaking about just how it's worse if a woman is liking a man's picture. Like, and y'all all said, like, think about it this way. I think you said insecure, and who else said insecure?
They both said insecure.
I was saying secure.
You said it
Oh no, she said
you said
insecure,
depends. You
and
said-
she said it. Chelsea, you said insecure, right?
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
You said it depends on if he's jealousy or and it's the reason why it's not jealousy or insecure from a man because it's way easier for women to get sex or attention from a guy. You know what I'm saying? Way easier. You don't have to be a top model or anything like that. Whereas if I like a girl's picture who's a supermodel, she's never gonna notice me. She probably won't even see the like. But if one of you ladies like an attractive man, picture, and depending how attractive he finds you, he could be in your DMs. Girls, your everyday average girl gets DMs from famous guys, but your average guy does not get DMs from supermodels.
Yeah, and that's what he's pretty much saying. Like, if me and you are in a relationship and you go ahead and like a guy picture, he don't really get likes from chicks. He gonna see that and be like, oh dang, I'm about to slide in her DMs.
Mm-hmm.
But a guy like your picture, you already get mad likes from guys. It's gonna be natural. It's gonna be like, oh, just another random like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Generally speaking. So that's another reason why it's worse too. Good point, East.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No other questions on that topic? Well, we're gonna get to who else had a question next? You had a question, or who wants to ask their question?
From our note card?
Yeah, from your note card.
Oh.
We're gonna go around with your questions. I hope y'all got some good ones. We got Noni042. Yo, welcome to the gang. I see you just joined. I'll ask your question in a second, bro. I see you in here. And then the rest of the super chats, I'm gonna get to y'all. Who wants to ask their question next? Oh, okay.
I'll ask.
Sure.
So, what does moving forward from trauma/past baggage look like?
Okay. Good question.
That is a great question.
Let's start over here on this couch.
I had a similar question last time.
It varies between different people, different
Just-
trauma.
Give a general answer.
Or let's say, what does it look like for you?
Right.
Yeah.
I think a lot of solitude, a lot of God searching and self-reflection. It's different types of emotions.
Okay. What about you?
I feel like you don't really heal from trauma until you're like alone with your trauma. And it's like you don't have any outsiders and you just have to heal internally and with God. And I just feel like healing from trauma, it's just, I feel like it's when you come to like your breaking point almost, and you just realize you had some things to do with what went on, and you have to like make yourself accountable. Like, okay, well, I did wrong here. He did wrong here. Okay, that's great. Let's move on. Like, I'm not going to keep dwelling on it, because when you dwell on it, it's just, you just repeat it over and over.
Okay. So like some time to take some self-reflection time.
Yeah.
Got it. What about you?
I say for me, it's just becoming super self-aware of yourself, of your cycles, of the generational cycles that you're also redoing, I guess. And then just really unlearning all the conditioning that you have been programmed. And I agree, a lot of solitude time. Because you won't heal with the same people in the same lifestyle in the same environment.
Yep.
So girls like to say, can y'all elaborate on when y'all say like taking time for yourself? What does that mean? Like when guys hear that, it's like taking time for yourself. That's like, that means more penises. Are you a whore? Like, what are you doing?
Why do they
No.
always
No.
think that? Why do
Okay,
men
so-
always
I can
think
see that though.
You
I
do.
can see
So
that. 'Cause
elaborate.
I used to be like that. I thought like healing, it was like, okay, leaving the relationship and then like
And doing
get
you.
into another one.
Look,
No,
Drake
get into
said it.
another one.
She with me
See?
when she said that she needs some me time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, so explain.
So, like, really true alone time is kind of like de-associating yourself from needing validation from other people and like recognition, because a lot of times when we're alone, I feel like we seek that from the other gender or whatever you're into. So that like alone time is truly like learning. It's like, what do you really like, or what is it that you need to change? How is it that you're going to change it? Like that's really like truly being alone. Yeah, you're alone, asking yourself those questions and getting really in depth with it.
I think you could ask those questions in one day.
No, not true. No, I feel like somebody who has really deep traumas, and also like how you were brought up, like there's so many things that you are just not aware of or even have knowledge about, that you have to learn that stuff. It's literally like, you know, when you're a kid, you're conditioning them how to tie a shoe. Well, if you've never been taught how to tie a shoe, you got to even learn what a lace is. You got to learn what the swoop is, all that stuff. Like, I think it's a process. And I think somebody that comes from no knowledge and the bottom barrel or whatever you want to say of trauma and cycles, then it's harder the more you're in it, I would say.
Okay, fair enough. What about you?
What was the question?
It was your question.
But hold on, before you get to that, trauma doesn't necessarily have to come from a relationship that you were in. It could be from how you.
It could be from anything.
Yeah,
you made a good point. You made a good point. You guys all made a great point. What does moving forward from trauma, past baggage look like?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what my brother told me when I was asking him for some advice. He said there are things you need to confront, things you need to accept, and something you gotta close. I'm gonna say that. Confront, accept, close.
One thing I realized that a lot of women have a lot of past trauma, and it's not always from past relationships. It could be how they were brought up, where they didn't have their dad, they didn't receive love from parents, they were sexually assaulted, abandoned, you know what I mean? So, and I realized that a lot of women aren't healed from their past trauma, and you could tell as soon as you start dating them, you know what I mean? All the insecurities start to come out, they start to self-sabotage relationships. Mm-hmm. So, ladies, my question is for you.
Let's stick on this point. Is it still a question for this point?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So my question for you is, give women advice on how they can heal from their past trauma, so when they do get into a relationship, they don't push away
I think
somebody.
they just said that.
Oh, okay.
So they're not gonna. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and speak. So, I mean, answers was nice. I liked yours. Yeah. It was kind of you constructed your answer the best. That if you just gave it to someone, it's like, oh, okay, I see. I got to self-reflect. What's a few other things you said? You said
close, accept.
Okay,
confront.
Close, accept. So you got to close some doors, some things you got to confront. Okay, cool. All of that stuff, that just is like, that's the best thing I've heard. Yours was good too. The other stuff was all good, because this is how women tend to speak. Men, we are deductive problem solvers. So when we speak, we are very good at giving instructions and things to do, like a 1, 2, 3 step. If anyone is going through any trauma, what you need to do is, well, it's your body natural reaction to kind of shut down when you went through something traumatic. Maybe you're going through some depression, anxiety, you're stressed out. That's how you're feeling in the midst of trauma. You know what I mean? So anytime you're going through something like that, well, that's your body's natural reaction of telling you have to make a change to your behavior, right? In order for you to make a change to your behavior, you got to make a change internally. So how do you make a change internally and then to also change your behavior? It starts with discipline, right? So discipline is key. You have to act despite how you feel. That's how you make a change internally, because all of you women are ruled by your emotions. So if you keep leading with emotions first, well, that's not making any change within or without, because everything is coming from within and without, and it's just emotional, right? So you need to act despite how you feel. Best ways to do that is to hit the gym. Do the things that you really don't feel like doing. If you cuss a whole lot, well, let's limit my cussing, right? That's going to change what's inside because you need to think about not to cuss again. And then it's also going to change what's outside because you're not going to cuss. You're going to moderate your words, right? Let's say, so that's how it works. Discipline. And when you start with discipline and you are changing your behaviors and you're acting despite how you feel, when you're treating people nice, even though you don't feel good, right? Because you got to think about that. What it is, you may not be in a mood. You may be a little annoyed. You're on your period. You get that every month. You're kind of used to that. But then you also go through something traumatic. So it's like, times 10 now. You know what I mean? So you're in this life, in this world, and you're feeling all of the pressures of the world. Well, that's the time to be like, I'm going to still treat Billy right and nice and smile when I go into work. I'm not going to give an attitude, even though I don't feel good. I know Billy didn't do nothing to deserve an attitude. My man didn't do anything to deserve an attitude when I wake up, but I'm still going to treat him good, right? And you do that over and over, and you're acting despite how you feel, you're going to change on the inside because it's helping you change. You're doing a process right then and there. So those are the steps to overcome trauma. Make sacrifices, which would then create you being more of a disciplined individual. You'll start acting despite how you feel, and any of those traumas and things that you've been through, you'll see that you'll overcome it. Now, the thing is, when a woman overcomes trauma, you're going to take on some different characteristic traits. Just the fact we all take on different characteristic traits as human beings. When you went through something traumatic and you need to overcome it, automatically you become maybe a little bit more non-agreeable because you got to tune and tweak some things. You become a little bit more non-agreeable, maybe a little bit more assertive because you want to assert yourself so you don't, miss that bill how you missed it last time. You want to do certain things so you don't go through those stresses that you've been through before. Inherently, though, anytime you're tweaking things and you are trying to do better, it's going to be looked at more masculine, right? So masculinity on a man is attractive. Masculinity on a woman is just unattractive. But I still think that you could still, if you understand it and you're in a relationship with a man or you're being courted by a man and you're dating, you can still try to suppress overcoming the trauma, the characteristic traits that it took for you to overcome the trauma that you've gained. You can still suppress that in a dating market to a degree if you are aware of it. But most women aren't aware of it. They think that, oh, well, he just can't handle me. No man wants to handle a woman. Like what? Why we want to handle you because you went through something and you overcame it and you're a little bit more non-agreeable now. We don't want to go through that. So does that make sense?
I think it's very insightful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very insightful. Okay, good. What about you? I see your face. You like squinching. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good question. I like that question. Let's get to the super chats real quick and then we'll get to the rest of y'all questions too. Chelsea, you got questions too, right?
That was mine.
Oh, that was yours. So do you?
I'll ask another one.
Okay. We get to, and you got some too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we got, let's see here. Holiday Tone sends in $5. He says, if all of you have withhold sales case back on sex for compliance.
Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. If all of you have withhold sex for compliance, how would you feel if he withheld his protection because you didn't give him sex and he let you get robbed? Yeah, I kind of went through that.
Yeah.
But let's
Is it
just
really
see,
that
raise the hands. If your man withheld sex for withhold protection for compliance, how would that make you feel? Let's start with you.
I feel like I would feel the same way with him about sex.
You'll feel like, what the heck?
I'll feel
I think
some
you'll
type
probably
of
feel
way.
worse.
Oh, I mean, for sure. Because I'd be like, if you're not doing the bare minimum, what are you here for?
Yeah, and keep in mind, ladies, I think it's if I have the statistic right, but 70% of marriages are sexless. Yeah, I think that's the stat.
What do you
Correct me
mean
if
by
I'm
that?
wrong. So 70% of marriages, like women are withholding sex for compliance. So guys aren't hardly ever getting their baseline when they marry a chick, and they commit to the chick for the baseline for that, and they don't even get that. It's like, God dang. But okay, you said that you'll feel bad. And what about you? How would you feel?
What was the question one more time?
Yeah, so if the man withhold his protection for compliance and you got robbed and he let you get robbed, how would you feel?
I would be sad and scared.
Scared, got you. Would you break up with him?
Maybe.
Would you break up with your man if he let you get robbed?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you break up with your man if he let you get robbed?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. See, Holiday Tone, they know, but Nah, I mean, guys don't be breaking up with chicks when they withhold sex for compliance. But I do encourage you, men. If your girl is withholding sex for compliance,
Cheat.
get out of there. Don't listen to this guy. Just leave. She don't deserve your time or attention anymore, bro. She's for the streets and will always remain for the streets. We got Chris Butler sends him $5. He says, ladies, what are the 3 things that your exes would describe you in a relationship? Good, bad, but not all good. Okay, so it's good, bad, or not all good. Let's start over here. Chelsea, so out of those 3 things, how would your ex describe you? Good, bad, or not all good?
It can't be all good. It has to be good and bad.
Like what he would say?
Yeah.
No, it's not true, but what he would say.
What he
like
would
if
say.
you
Yeah,
asked
what would he
him,
say?
Yeah, like if we
he would
asked
say I'm crazy, I'm psychotic, and abusive, probably.
Okay, all
Then
right.
he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
That's-
No, he's not.
Yeah, men normally tell the truth
Yeah.
because they
Okay.
kind of speak from their logical mind.
Yeah.
Like if you even think about it, right? Like domestic violence happens. Men normally get charged for domestic violence, but guess what domestic violence is? Burning your clothes, keying your car, flattening your tires, throwing something at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's domestic violence. And women, look, you over there like, oh yeah, I keyed that nigga car.
Funny.
What you do before? Okay, fair enough. Exactly. You already know.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is that
I'm not like denying that I'm not, but it's just like what
I'd burn the
what
clothes.
drove me to that point.
I hate when women say
Because
that.
it's true, and I'm not like if you're a normal guy, you're not like my ex. then
but
that's
why doesn't a man ever get the benefit of the doubt or the question as what drove him to the point of slapping her across the room, even though it's not good? Guys, don't put your hands on women.
Right.
But it's never even thought like what drove him to the point to slap you across the room, right? Like men don't get that benefit of a question to even be asked.
Has anyone
But
been
y'all
with
get
someone
that
that's, like,
benefit of the
crazy?
question, like, well, I keyed his car because of
Like,
X,
just-
Y, Z.
Yeah.
not right in the head. I'm
Yeah,
not talking
but
about average guys. I'm
Wait,
I-
time out. I was just speaking. What just happened there?
no, I
what you
was
ask?
just like I'm just trying to figure out if anyone's ever been with someone who's genuinely crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm not talking about normal average men. I'm talking about someone who's genuinely like not right in the head.
I'm gonna say yeah, but I feel like you attract those people.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
So there's qualities in you that support that.
yeah.
So I think
I just met him when I was young. I was 16. Like I didn't know any better.
Women are manipulative, so you guys drive men to do things that we don't normally do. I'm not saying I did anything like that, but women love to provoke men because they know that he can't hit me or he won't hit me or he won't do X, Y, and Z. And so I want to ask you a question. So what?
Hold on. Let me go around. Save it
Yeah,
with this
all right,
question. So what would your 3 exes, or what would what's
she
3
said
things
it's
that your
Jan-
exes would say?
Yeah.
It's her turn.
Yeah.
So would your ex say that you're good, bad, or not all that good? What would your ex say about you?
Nice, kind,
Meh.
little psycho.
Okay, he'll say that. A little bit
Little
psycho.
psycho?
Oh,
But
okay.
men are crazy. But men are crazy.
Y'all just talk. She just asked. Okay, fair enough. What about you, Kara? And I'm sorry, am I pronouncing your name right? Is it Kiara or Kara?
Kiara.
Kiara. Okay. What about you? In regards to your ex, what would your ex say about you?
Good and bad.
Yeah.
I should
It's either good, bad. So would he say anything good? Would he say that you're bad, good, or would he say, well, she's not all that good?
Oh, I thought you said if he had anything bad, negative, or like to say, like what would it be?
Yeah, or it could be that. Yeah, what would he
That's
say?
better. That's a better question.
Maybe manipulative.
See?
That I still haven't put my finger on.
Said that.
And maybe selfish. Selfish. He would say selfish and
Well, yeah, all
don't-
manipulative because y'all withhold sex for compliance. Like, think about how manipulative that is. Like, say if we withheld our
But
protection,
what's
like
the
thing.
reason? Why did I withhold it?
Is it on purpose?
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
So-
matter.
so-
So we're just supposed to just
Ladies.
say, okay.
You're not giving. I'm sure there's a reason why the man would withhold his protection for compliance, but you don't care about that. It's like, bro, someone just stole my purse and robbed me. You're not gonna do nothing. Who cares about the reason? Protect me. You know what I'm saying? Who cares about the reason? Give me sex. Like, what's going on? I'm in a relationship with you. I know there are reasons, and I'm sure reasons matter, right? But it's like, God dang. And I would say men would take a bullet for you. More guys would take a bullet for women than women would have sex with their own men. Just think about it. I think the stat is, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, Google it, look it up. But I think it's like 70% of marriages are sexless that was reported. Or it's like either 50 to 70. I don't know. I think is that stat. But that just tells you that, well, those are guys that's still doing their duties in a relationship, still holding up his end of his bargain of what he's doing, his duties, but she's not holding up her end of her duties. And he'll also take a bullet for you. Like, think about that.
Yeah, and one of the main ones for sure is jealousy.
Oh, well, okay. That's
That
what your
one.
ex would say about you?
Yeah, that's a make it or break it. That's
That's
a make
what
it
one
or
of your
break it.
exes would
Jealousy is
say?
a make it or break it.
Okay, got you. So one of your exes would say
That
that
one's for the
you
books.
jealous.
Make it or break it.
What about you? What would your exes say about you?
He would say I'm considerate, always looking out,
Okay.
Okay, now name a bad
but
thing.
got an attitude.
There we go.
You got an attitude?
Yeah.
I could tell you got an attitude.
Yeah.
You look like you throw chinglatas.
Nah,
Like from a far distance. Like you
No.
won you in the Guinness Book of World Records for throwing it past a football field, no?
No.
And you got perfect accuracy, like papa.
I mean, I
Right
do.
in the forehead.
I do got accuracy, but
Okay.
See? She threw some stuff before. She definitely threw
nah,
some
I
stuff.
just did the Spartan and I threw a spear and I actually hit a target. So that's how I know I got
okay.
accuracy.
Oh, okay.
Good for you. All right.
Don't give her a
she
knife.
got aim. Yeah, don't give her anything. Lock all the cabinets. And Ease, you had a question, right? You forgot it?
Yeah, I did. I forgot.
Come on, bro.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's. You remember it?
No,
All right, let's get to super chats. We
Get
got
super chats.
Elevate sends in $10. He says, new to the podcast and our team loves it. New to the podcast and our team loves it and listens when packing orders. Open to a sponsorship. We personalize and hair regrowth oils and serums for men and women with thousands of reviews already on Amazon. Oh, okay. Yeah, evaluate. Hit us in the email. We are open to a sponsorship. Hit us in the email at Cooley Big Business. It's in the description, but
It's elevate, bro. Elevate.
what'd you say?
Elevate. Because you said evaluate. It's elevate.
Oh, yeah, I'm bugging. Elevate. Sorry, I said elevate the first time. Elevate. Hit us in the description. Well, hit us in the email. The email is in the description. So, yeah, it's at our Gmail.
But I do remember my question, though.
Okay.
Can I
you
say
said,
something to Chelsea real quick too on behalf of what she was saying? I just feel like I gotta nip it.
sure,
Do
go
you
ahead.
mind?
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry. Chelsea, you said something about like what if they're just psycho? Remember you said like, oh, but what if they're
Yeah,
just
like
psycho?
if you were with someone who's just like crazy, like they're not right in the mind.
Right. I'm not justifying it, but just to help you out a little bit, men are like really territorial.
I do have one.
You'll let that sink in a little bit. I think what she's saying is like sometimes you can think a man is psycho because he's like, where you going? Who you
No,
with?
it
What
has
you
nothing to do
wearing?
with that. No.
Okay, it's not that kind of psycho. Okay, but that's what the territorial would come into place where some woman can see that as he's being psycho.
No.
Okay, fair enough. What'd you say, East?
Okay, so my question was because you said that your ex would say that you're crazy or whatever, and Danielle said that her ex said that she might be a little psycho, and you didn't want to answer what crazy thing you did to your ex. So my question is, what did you guys do to make your ex say that you're psycho and made you do that crazy thing that you didn't want to admit to? It doesn't matter who goes
What crazy
first.
thing did I do?
So you
So all the people that said that they do crazy things, he want to know what's the crazy thing you did.
like, what did he do to make you do that crazy thing that you did?
Yeah, what did he
Or
do?
how did you act that made your ex call you crazy, psycho, or made you act out in a way that's quote unquote crazy? Or
But that's two different questions, East.
Like
It's either what question you want them to answer. You want them to answer the reason why they acted out crazy, like what got them to that reason, or do you want them to say what they actually did that was crazy?
No, I don't want to know what they did. I want to know what the guy did to make
To
you
get them
act-
there.
To get them there, yeah.
Lie.
That's it. All you did was
Ooh,
lie.
I like honesty.
So
That keeps me going.
Okay, let's go around.
Okay,
Then give
okay,
yours. I
okay,
see where you're
okay.
going with it. What about you?
Wait. I would say lie too.
Lie.
Okay, all right.
That could be
What
this
about
big.
you?
Do you want like an actual like situation or just like a general answer?
Just the thing, general
Like-
answer.
Like, what did he do
What'd he do?
to make you act, quote unquote, crazy or psycho?
Cheated on me after I had our daughter.
Okay.
Disrespect.
Disrespect.
Like,
In
be
what
more
way though?
specific.
Like
Yeah,
name calling, talking down to me, or just like saying things that are demeaning.
Okay, and what's the crazy thing you did?
I don't even know. It wasn't anything
You
that
broke
crazy.
his Xbox?
No, we would just argue, like, because back then, like, I was just always in something toxic, I would say. So,
Okay.
like, it was just, he would be upset about something and I would be upset about something. I feel like two angry people just start to, like, bicker. And
Yeah.
then it starts to get, like, a little hateful, I guess.
Okay.
So I say like that.
What about you? What's one of well, and do your question first. Yours is what got you to the point of
Right. So now, what did you do that was quote unquote
Crazy.
or psycho? When he lied and
yeah, let's go with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you do?
In your case, he cheated on you after you guys had a kid. So
Yeah, so what did you do?
So what did you do? that
In
was-
retaliation to that specific
Yeah,
thing.
like
Right,
what was
right,
the crazy
yeah.
thing you did?
I mean, I didn't do anything crazy that time.
I'm talking about the
Okay,
time
so
you did do
just
something crazy.
any time. The time you
Right.
did do something
there
crazy,
was a
what
time
was it?
he. There was a time where it was on Mother's Day actually. He wouldn't let me see my daughters on Mother's Day, so I kicked like 20 dents in his truck.
Kicked like with your foot.
Dang.
You strong.
It was it was a Toyota. What is it called? Tacoma. The new cars now, like, they dent so easily.
Shorty guys, steel toes. She kicked it with some steel toes on. Okay, what's the crazy thing you did?
I don't know, nothing too crazy.
Name it. What was it? What was that thing that wasn't too
Burnt his
crazy?
clothes. Followed him around. Stole his car.
Just like basically like cursed him out. Like nothing crazy. I'm not.
You ain't never do nothing crazy. You ain't never
You
flattened
just
a
said that your
tire.
ex would call you psycho. Why would he call you
Yeah,
psycho?
why would he call you
what did you
psycho?
do? What did
Yeah.
you
I
do?
didn't do anything. I said a little psycho.
Oh, so why would he say a little psycho? What did you do that made him think that you might be a little psycho?
I overanalyze things, and sometimes people think you're crazy for that.
Okay, yeah, that could be deemed as psycho if she's in her head.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's saying what's in her head. Like, God dang, woman, shut up. You annoying.
So hold on. So Kiara, so you said when he lied, what is the crazy thing that you did when he lied to you?
Probably yell, get smart.
You didn't damage anything, break anything,
Hit him.
hit him
I'm not really much of a hitter like that.
like that.
No, I won't hit him.
You
Did
ever
you
hit
hit
it?
him?
You ever hit a man?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
That's one.
What that guy do for to be hit?
probably laugh in my face.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, she's about to hit you,
Yo.
but don't laugh. She's about to hit
Yo,
you. Don't
it's
laugh.
crazy. I know I asked that question, but it's crazy how guys, tell a little lie, a little white lie, laugh in the chick face, and we getting physically abused.
Physically.
Yo, that's
So
wild.
it looks like domestic violence comes majority from women than men.
And there is a statistic out. I don't know the number, but I know it is a fact.
They
But
said that-
domestic violence occurs
The most
more in lesbian relationships.
Yes.
So for lesbian relationships, that's where it occurs most. And the reason why is because women are higher in trait neuroticism. So that means that you feel more negative emotions than a man. You already are higher in estrogen, so you feel more emotions than a man, and you get your period each month, right? So you feel more emotions, but also you feel more negative emotions. So then when you get two people in a relationship that are neurotic people, well, the probability goes up for it to be domestic violence and stuff like that. So yeah, so lesbian relationships, they don't last, and they normally end quick, and they normally end in violence. So yeah,
Interesting.
yep. And so if we think about that, right? So let's accumulate all of this, just generally speaking, logically thinking with that stat. Generally speaking, if women are more neurotic and they feel more negative emotions, that's a reason why the women initiate 80% of the divorces, right?
well, 50% of marriages end in divorce, and then women initiate 80% of those divorces because they feel more negative emotions. But that would tell us that, well, it's not always the man's fault of why the relationship ends. It's the way women just tend to handle things. You handle it poorly. You know what I mean? When you kind of peel back the layers and look at it, what's your thoughts on that?
We think we run the world.
I don't
We
know.
think we're in charge.
Okay. Okay. You think you want a world? You
We
think
think
you're
we're
in charge?
the prize.
Ah. Okay.
That's a question right there. Do you ladies think who do you think is the prize in a relationship, man or the woman?
Let's do show of hands if you think the woman is the prize. Show of hands.
I mean,
In a
what
relationship.
way?
Steve, get it on.
Don't make it
all of them.
complicated. Who's the prize in a relationship, man
Yeah,
or woman?
show of hands.
Like,
Yeah, let's not make it complicated. Let's do show of hands. If you think the woman is the prize in a relationship,
That says
raise your
Mama did a
hand.
Good job.
Okay, on this couch, no. If you think the man is the prize in a relationship, raise your hand.
You got to pick something. You got to pick.
Okay, what you pick, man or woman?
She didn't pick anything.
I did. I picked woman.
Oh, you pick woman.
Woman
And what did you
prize?
pick?
woman.
Woman.
All right, well, let's do this again so the audience can see it.
Actually, raise your hand.
Yeah, actually raise your hand, ladies. If you think the woman is the prize in a relationship, put it on this camera first. Raise your hand. Okay,
Okay.
on this couch. Oh, no woman. Okay. You do think the woman is the prize. Okay, raise your hand again. All right. If you
Okay.
think the man is the prize in a relationship, raise your hand. Okay. On this couch.
You got to pick. You didn't pick anything. You got to pick.
Why do I have to pick? I can't just
Because
be both.
no, you can't.
Yeah, you can't be both.
You got to
That's
pick.
what I think.
What do you think? We'll give you a chance. What do you think, man or woman?
It's your
If-
honest opinion.
Gun to your head. Got to make a decision. Who you choosing?
The woman.
Okay. Raise your hand.
Raise your hand. There we go.
All right. So the woman. So everyone thinks the woman is the prize
But us.
in a relationship, but us. Okay. And let's go with starting with you, Chelsea. Why do you think the woman is the prize in a relationship?
I don't know, because I feel like relationships, men are usually the ones pursuing the women. Like, they look at us like a prize kind of thing.
Okay. And what about you?
I just think the woman is the one that could make a house a home and, raise children and be like the maternal figure. And I mean, that's a prize to be sought, no?
Okay. What about you? Yeah. Why do you think
The woman is the helper. She's the companion. That's the prize.
All right. You?
Yeah.
I say the woman because we're the ones that have to be a little bit more selective with our partner versus like men are kind of like used to just like dogging anything out there almost. Like
Well,
they don't have to
isn't
be.
Wouldn't that mean that you're saying that women are more selective and men aren't selective? So that means that women have more standards than a man,
Yeah.
and a man has less standards than a woman when
Right.
he's meeting.
And then-
so wouldn't you say that? Let's just logically think about this. Wouldn't you say that the person that has that has to meet more standards, right? That has to meet more standards and be chose, right? In a relationship that has to meet more standards. Wouldn't you say that gender is the prize because they have to meet more standards than the other gender?
No, because
How isn't it?
because I feel like women have to be the ones like you said, like men are known to like females' pictures, right, and stuff like that. So I feel like men have less discernment and that stuff. So I feel like a man wants a woman who is has a little bit more of that and a little bit more selective. So I feel like in that sense, that's why we're the prize.
Okay, so
most-
you're using discernment for a man's actions of liking pictures.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that women are more of the argumentative ones in relationships?
For sure.
Okay, well that's lacking discernment.
Facts, but that goes back to the emotional side that like we kind of have to learn to, keep in tune or whatever.
Got you, but I'm just saying that you're saying that men lack discernment when it comes to liking girls' pictures.
Right.
We could also say women lack discernment in a lot of areas of controlling their emotions.
Right.
Meaning they act on how they feel instead of acting despite how they feel.
Right.
So that's lacking discernment. They're not having the ability to make good judgment when it comes to regulating their emotions.
Right.
So I would say that that's all in void then if you're using discernment as a metric to say who's the prize.
But you're using discernment on just you're trying to compare the phone situation with the arguing situation, and it's two different levels of discernment, I would say.
No, discernment is just one thing. Discernment is having
Right.
the ability to make good judgment.
Right, but then the levels of judgments are different, right? Like your level of a judgment of, you doing something severe versus something not as severe.
Yeah, I would say something that is severe is women initiate 80% of divorces and they're breaking up a family
Right,
and leaving their kids without a man in the home. And they do that based off how they feel.
right,
So most divorces end because it's due to irreconcilable differences. I think that's the word. And they end up leaving their man based off how they feel.
right.
Men, generally speaking, we don't break up relationships and we don't divorce women from a general standpoint.
No, you just go to the next one without moving on, without leaving this one.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that means that if a woman is in a relationship with a man, but she doesn't have any discernment of regulating her emotions knowing when to make good judgment, when to let her emotions out, she's kind of all over the place. You said which one is more detrimental.
Right.
I'm saying that, we have stats on it that when a woman can't control her emotions, it's detrimental to society.
Right.
Most of the school shooters and degenerates and juvenile delinquents and stuff like that all come from single mother homes.
Right.
So that means that those women either, we got to say about, since they're leaving men, those women left men.
Right.
Generally speaking, I'm sure there's some exceptions to the rule where he's a really deadbeat.
Right.
Forget about the exceptions, but generally speaking, those women can't control their emotions, so they left the man. So I would say overall, if we're speaking about discernment, women are making the detrimental decisions when it comes to not being able to control their emotions.
Right.
So I would say that they lack the most discernment. What's your thoughts on that?
And I'm agreeing with you on that for sure.
But
Discipline, you mean?
No, discernment. Discernment is like the
We're
right.
just speaking about discernment.
Oh, like choosing your battles.
No, like knowing
No,
what's
just
right and wrong.
the ability to make good judgment.
Right.
That's all it is.
Like knowing how to act. Like, okay, this person like upset me, but instead of like lashing out, I'm going to just like take it in rationally and just breathe and then respond. Like that's discernment.
Yeah, we're just using discernment. Since she said discernment, we're just using it as a like a bracket term to have this discussion to see which is worse, the man or the woman lacking in discernment, and how detrimental it is in a relationship, in the family, and in society. So, okay. So then would you concede on that point? Would you say that, if we're saying that I do overall think that men and women lack discernment, right? But if we're looking at it, which is more detrimental, would you say that women lack the discernment?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say yeah, but I say the men lack the most discernment in a relationship, in being able to provide stability, safety, trust. Because I feel like it's not impossible for them to give, but I feel like a lot of men stay a lot of surface
I
level
don't
with
think that men lack discernment more than women lack discernment in a relationship. I just think that women's standards are too high. I think that you're hypergamous and you're never satisfied. What's your thoughts on that?
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But good convo. I like the back and forth. Quick think or two on your toes. That's good. All right, where were we? Dang, we kind of got all over the place. I think we're on to the super chats, maybe?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to super chat. And then we still going to hit y'all questions, too. Good convos, ladies. And don't be scared to hop in the convo, even if, because sometimes me and you will go back, just as an example, say if me and you are talking, y'all could all hop in, too. Yeah, if you have a different opinion. Yep. Or if you're like, Cooley, I don't know. You're wrong about that. Let me know. This is fun. So we got, it's over 9,000. He sends in $5. He says, girls and CT are super handful. Change my mind. I live here.
Or is that true?
So girls in
Genesis?
Connecticut are a handful.
Yeah.
Change my mind. I live here.
Nah, she not denying it, bro.
Okay, she said yeah.
She said yeah.
He said, yeah, bro. Okay, we got Noni 042. He joined the membership. He says, Salute to Coolianese. Question for the ladies. How would you react if you find out that your 18-year-old daughter has 3x your body count? 3 times your body count. Yeah, let's start with you. How would you feel?
Devastated.
You would feel devastated. Okay. All
wrong?
right, that's a good word. What about you? How'd you gonna feel?
I would probably just be like, what did I do wrong?
What you dang? God dang, what I do wrong? What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not having a daughter. I'm having a son.
You don't dictate. You don't dictate the gender. Men do.
Yeah, that's not happening.
You said it's not happening. Okay. Can you sit back for me and move your mic back too? So you in the camera. You're good. All right. So let's just say hypothetically, if your daughter did have a body count that's 3 times as your body count, how'd that make you feel?
Hurt.
Okay.
Heartbroken.
Heartbroken.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I would say heartbroken, devastated, and sad.
Heartbroken, devastated, and sad. Okay. I got a question for you, ladies. Do you think that your value from a societal standpoint of how the world views you, and not only how you internally view yourself, that your part of your value derives from your sexuality, meaning like your body count, how promiscuous you are? Do you think that your value is tied to your sex?
According to men, probably.
According to your daughter. You
No,
just answered that you would feel
Right.
devastated.
Yeah, but you gotta think, even if my body count is 1, that's times 3, and she was only 18. That's
Okay, well, stop
We're-
it. Stop it.
the question
Nobody's
is-
body count is 1.
Yeah, well, the question is just generally, right? So, do you think that a woman's value is tied to her sexuality?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Chelsea?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Yes.
What about you?
Yes.
Okay, so body count does matter.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
This
of
is a
course.
panel that body count does matter. Okay.
Because it does.
Fair enough. All right, cool. All right, we got Mike the celeb. Mike the celeb. He says IG made double tap, not God. It's disrespectful. Okay, IG made double tap, not God.
Liking?
Picture thing.
Yeah, that's the whole like and picture things. We got Thomas DL Mora sends in $10. Yo, I appreciate the support, man. Thank you, Thomas. We got Tomas. I think it's Tomas.
Tomas.
Yeah. Tomas. We got Chris Butler sends in $10. He says, ladies, are y'all against age gap in relationships? If a 40-year-old man and 18-year-old woman get together and love each other, what is the objection? Why or did you just give the ick? Okay, good question. Let's start with you. So are you against age gap in relationships?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I feel like
and
there's
why?
major trauma going on if you are dating too far out your age group. You have some major issues, like daddy issues.
On what end? The man being older, or the woman being the man being older dating younger, or the woman being older and dating younger?
Right.
Both.
You think it's both?
Yeah, I think there's still some different issues, I would say, but both. Because typically guys want younger women because they're not imprinted or whatever.
Okay.
So
that's nature. That's in a man's biology.
Right,
So what's
so-
wrong with that then?
I feel like once you get too young and have the huge, it's like you're trying, like, what are you trying to do? Like you're trying to date your daughter?
So is it cool? Is it because you girls all know that one girl in high school that was a senior or junior that dated a guy in his 20s. So how do you feel about that? When girls actually go for the older guys, the younger girl going for the older guys. Like
How young?
Like let's say she's 18.
Let's go around a panel with this actually to
Right.
make it more constructed and organized. So you said that it is a problem with an age gap and it's on both ends. And then you use the example that if a man is dating a younger girl, like he's 40, but he's dating a 18-year-old, it's trauma going on. He's going through some trauma.
Yeah.
Now he's just saying that let's just flip it. If the woman is 40 and she's dating an 18-year-old, there's trauma going on.
Yeah, she's trying to groom him to be
Okay, so you think that the woman is trying to groom the younger guy,
They're both trying to groom
and you
them.
think there's both grooming going
What about
on.
when they-
Okay, what about you? What's your thoughts
I
on
think there's a spectrum. I think it has to do a lot with maturity level. Maybe experience is a factor. And I definitely think there's a spectrum on that. She can't be too young. He can't be too old. Like, come on. I don't know.
it? Okay, so do you have a problem with it? So pretty much you're saying you do have a problem with it.
Can you give me like an example? Like, would
He
I have a problem with this
It's,
age and this
40
age?
years old, a 40-year-old man dating an 18-year-old woman. Is that a problem?
Yeah, that's silly.
Okay. All right. And what about you?
I think if everybody's legal, it's fine.
All right. Yeah, she 44. She like, we out here.
My prime.
Look,
Wow, you got an 18-year-old dude you got your eye on, huh?
No,
You said you in your prime? You think so?
I don't know.
In a man's eyes?
No, in my own life.
In your own life, you think that you in your prime?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
I
And-
mean,
Amen to that. That's good.
And give me a reason why you think in your prime now rather than when you were, let's say, 22.
I know what you're saying. You're talking about like, as far as like a man is concerned. Is that?
Not even speaking about the man.
I'm talking about
Financially?
not only financially, but I think emotionally, mentally, like maturity level.
Okay, so you reached your maturity level, your prime now. Now you at your prime that you feel like you're inside, meaning that the ability, your emotion level, you're able to regulate your emotions better. You're at your prime. You're at your peak.
Like yeah,
Now
internal.
the question is, are you at your prime with having the ability to attract the highest quality mate that you want? Would you say that you're at your prime now, or would you be at your prime when you were 21?
I mean, I get like if you're talking about like I guess 21 is the correct answer for
Well-
that question.
Okay, cool. Because you're saying, and why do you think 21 is the correct answer?
Because it's the whole, you know, when a woman is younger, she has youth. She has, you know.
She got her eggs. She can give a man a kid.
Exactly.
Okay. She got her beauty.
And she also can be, you know,
She got less baggage.
molded into
Yep, she could be
What?
molded.
a man would want her to.
Ah, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So what advice then would you give? Because you're an older woman. You're 40 and you seem knowledgeable. You conceded that I'm not at my prime when it comes to attracting a man. And like in a man's eyes, I'm not at my prime. I will be at my prime when I was 21. But when I was 21, I ain't have it all in here.
Correct.
But I finally got it all in here. But now I don't got it all out here.
I mean,
So-
I didn't say that. You said.
Well, that's what you pretty much conceded to, which is true because you do look better when you were 21 than you were 44. I don't even have to see a picture. It's just from a man's eyes, you more beautiful. That's what I'm saying. So now since you conceded to that, what advice as a 44-year-old woman would you give to a younger woman? Because there's going to be some younger women watching the podcast. What advice would you give to them when it comes to dating and relationships? Would you tell them to wait until they become more mature to settle down and start a relationship? Or would you tell them to, you got all your value now, go ahead and lock down the best guy you can?
I would say that women should do a little bit of soul searching in their early 20s.
Oh, god dang, that sound like you telling girls to be promiscuous.
Not soul searching like
Soul
that.
searching. Soul searching means searching for dicks.
Doing what they like to do. Doing
Why
what
are
they
you
like
guys
to
like
do.
that?
Where do you see, what kind of lifestyle do you see for yourself?
What does soul searching mean?
Yeah, I know.
It
Yeah,
What does that
means
even
like
How
mean?
y'all
not
want us
like
to interpret
letting
it
a
if
man
y'all
Like
saying
your
soul
soul is
searching?
inside. It's like,
define
how
like
can
your
you find
happiness.
it?
Like I don't need a man to make me happy. I'm gonna be happy with myself.
Listen.
I
It
wanna be
has to do
confident
with
in
what we were
myself.
talking about at the beginning
Before
when
I
she
can be
said
my
about
best
Listen,
self for a
listen,
man.
baby girl.
A spiritual
Listen, the
thing.
only thing that you soul searching for is a man to be all in your soul gaps. Searching for that. That's the only thing that's gonna be happening. But anyways, okay, soul
Like your soul is
soul searching. All right, go ahead, finish saying what you're saying.
Kind of figure out where do you want your life to go, and where do you see yourself, and when do you want to have children, and that kind of.
So you think that a woman that's 20, you think that younger women should, or let's just say a woman that's 21.
Early 20s. I'm saying early 20s. I think that they should find themselves, figure themselves out a little bit.
Okay, when should they figure themselves out? What's that age? What's the maximum age that you would give a girl, like advice to a woman that, listen, you should have yourself figured out here now, because that would be the prime level for you to get what you want and stuff like that. What would be that age?
I think 26 is a great age.
26.
Absolutely.
Okay,
right.
now what's the probability that 26-year-old would have, more than 10 bodies?
I mean, if that's what you care about, then get someone younger. Right?
I mean, that's what
If that's
women.
what men
that's what
care
women-
about, then just date younger.
Well, you've admitted that that's what women care about. You said that body count matters.
I mean, in a way, if you're like trying to find like a spouse.
Yeah, if that's what we're
Right,
talking about, relationships.
right,
Like
right.
you're in a relationship, body count matters. Y'all admitted to it. You all said that
No, I
you
don't
wouldn't
think
want.
that.
Okay, y'all all just admitted earlier that.
It matters to men. Like, I feel like everything's on the men point of view. Like, yeah, to men, it's valuable. But to me, do I sit here and think that,
Okay.
say I had sex with 50 men,
Mm-hmm.
not saying I have, but like, does that diminishes your value to whose
So
to
why
whose
wouldn't you want?
opinion, men or women?
Got you. So we asked you a question earlier. We said that would you want your daughter to have 3
No.
times your body count? So
Yeah,
why
no.
would you say no to that if it doesn't matter?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know.
Because
I
it's
think
your
for-
child. It's your child.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
think for me, now that I've been in my own personal growth, I would say, like, if I were to do it all over again, like, I would wait. I would do
Yeah.
the soul searching. Like, I would not waste my time, because I feel like in those times you don't even know what you like anyways.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, it does matter because of what I know now. But so it does matter in that perspective. But I don't think that my person body count should have mattered, because I don't even care what their body count is.
Well, it's
I
different
mean,
from a guy. Women don't normally care about a guy's body count.
But either way, like, we already in life, we already have been doing this thing. Like, there's no going back. Like, if I were to do it all over again, like, of course, but there's no going back. So for me, if you're worried about that, then, like, find somebody else for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what we're speaking about, right? And we want her to give, because she's the oldest on the panel. So I was just asking her a question. Oldest, wise, wisdom comes with age, maybe not, who knows? But we're speaking about it. Depends. But I was really wanted to, pick your mind a little bit on what advice would you give to a younger woman. So you just said that, the advice that I would give, since it took you time to mature internally, you are at your highest, not value, but what did you say? Highest,
Prime.
you're at your prime now internally, meaning that you can regulate your emotions. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. You able to discern things when it comes to guys. Okay, so you're at your prime internally. But you conceded to the fact that you're not at your prime outwardly, meaning that you would be more attractive if you're 21, right? Now I asked you, okay, what advice would you give to younger women? Would you tell them to, since your value is so high now in a man's eyes and you can get the top tier guy now, would you tell them to settle down at a young age or wait to settle down? You said that, well, they need time to soul search.
Until they're
Soul
26.
search, right?
Yeah.
So soul search, and then the age range you gave was 26. Now, here's my rebuttal to what you just said, right? I would say that's the worst advice you can ever give to a woman. I have a daughter. She's 12 years old. I would never tell my daughter to be out there and soul searching. What are you soul searching for? So women, here's the facts when it comes to value, when it comes to your prime and everything else. Women, from a general standpoint, you don't know what you want. You're probably never going to know what you want. You don't really know how to discern decisions. You don't know how because you live life on easy mode, because you were born with your sexual value, meaning that men, we had to earn our sexual value. We had to get out there and become more competent, get in the gym, create some resources and do things because
your attraction triggers are very complex. Women are attracted to a multitude of things in a man, so it takes time for a man to earn his value. Men, we're very simple. We don't need as much things to be attracted to you. So you are born with your sexual value. So that means that when you're young, you have the best chance at getting the most competent man, the most masculine man, the most protective man, right? You have your prime there. So I would say that when we're speaking about the age gap and all of that, it's totally fine for a 40-year-old to be dating an 18-year-old. He's at his prime. She's at her prime. She's been, like you've all admitted, she's been less molded by the world. She hasn't been molded by her exes and past trauma. She hasn't been too much molded by society. She hasn't been molded by all the dicks that have been inside her like y'all older women, right? Because it changes. Y'all like to compare and contrast. Every relationship you get into, you never really date down. And when you do cheat, you don't cheat down. You always cheat up. So that means that you're always looking for something bigger, better than your past guy. Right? We don't look like that. When a man is cheating, he cheats down. When a man is even going to another woman, it doesn't really got to go better in looks. It's like, kind of, what kind of fits my life situation and who's going to follow my lead. So I would say that the greatest advice you can give to a younger woman is to, one, maybe if you have a good father, let your father or your brother figures or your uncles help source the guy. Because women it's scientific facts. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going on a rant, but get this work a little bit, right? Scientifically proven that women are attracted to, the dark triad traits in men. The dark triad traits in men is, why do you think all of you women, like you said, well, my last relationship, the guy, he was a narcissist. Well, that's one of the dark triad traits. Narcissist guys. What's another dark triad trait?
Toxic traits.
Most of the guys that's in prison tend to have dark triad traits, right? Why do you think that one guy that was with the light eyes, light-skinned dude, all the women was attracted to him? I know who he is, right? What's his name? He was in prison. He had that mugshot that went viral.
That model dude.
That model dude. He was a model afterwards.
I know who you're talking about.
But even like a Jeffrey Dahmer, a Jim Jones, all of these guys that did very bad things, that sold drugs, did drugs, or was a mob type of guy, younger women tend to be very attracted to those dark triad traits in men, right? So you're attracted to the bad boys, but you really don't mature out of that, like you said, until you're 44, until you're older, right? Until you can regulate your emotions better. So I think that women need a man, a father, or some type of male figure to help guide them with making discerned decisions within choosing a mate, and they should choose it at a young age. Me, I have a daughter, she's 12, I'm choosing her man. That's how it's going to be. Best guy. Just what it's going to be. You think I'm going to let my daughter to make a decision? Heck no. Y'all don't even know what y'all want to eat. All right, go ahead. Y'all have time to call me misogynist now. No? No one?
What I want to eat.
Okay, you know what you want? Some padillos?
Oh, wait.
My bad.
Not even Puerto Rican.
What
That's crazy.
y'all cook over there?
Empanadas.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
What? That's the same thing. Empanadas. I'm messing with y'all. So,
But no,
real quick.
Yeah.
I talked a whole lot. Let the ladies give a rebuttal. Y'all got anything
Yeah,
to
I
say
wanted
on
to
that?
go off of what
ahead.
you were saying about father figure.
Sure.
What do you mean when you speak on women not having their father in their life? Do you mean like completely not in their life? Do you mean like somewhat in their life, or you mean like in the same home?
Well, it's always best for kids, for children. This statistically shows that it's always best for children to be raised in a nuclear family. That's with their mother and their father, right?
Yeah.
Now, even if the relationship, is bad in that house, they're still better off than a single mother home. And it's also stats that single father homes does just as good as two-parent homes, two-parent households. So the father is what's best to guide the family and the children in the household, because the man is the disciplinarian. Like, think about it also. Who has kids? Show hands. Got kids? No kids? Okay. So just think about, like, who does the kids generally, like, listen to more? Daddy. Even think about your own childhood. Like, when daddy says something, he really only got to say it once. Mommy got to say it 5 times. It's just because is the masculinity and the feminine energy is just different. Like kids kind of know who they can get away with stuff and who they can't get away. So the father is needed.
I think because we were talking about women being neurotic too.
True. Yeah,
So,
a little bit emotional.
They just spaz on kids.
Yeah, y'all be like, cállate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. Okay, who's triggered in here? Did I trigger anyone yet? No? Okay. This couch not triggered? Chelsea? No, nothing to say? About all the things? It sounds like you holding back. You want to say it. Go ahead, Chelsea. Say it, Chelsea.
I agree with a lot that you say, but I also like. I guess it does kind of trigger me because I'm like.
Yeah, because like when Danielle
Like I agree with a lot. That
Yeah,
you
so
guys
no,
say,
this is good, right?
But some of it, it's just
triggers
kind of
you?
like.
So what is it? Because maybe I gotta say it differently, or say it another way, or I gotta say it meaner. Who
No.
knows?
No,
But
she was-
what triggered you?
she was bothered.
Let her speak real quick.
What?
Let's hear what
Yeah,
she says.
No, go ahead. I was bothered by what?
because when Danielle was saying girls should do a lot of soul searching, and then
Oh yeah.
Cooley said
About the soul.
that
Soul searching. You think it's just us going around
searching.
doing whatever?
going
Yeah.
out having sex.
I was just saying that's how
particularly.
men interpret it.
I know,
Right.
but
Right.
why?
Because that's what y'all do. Guy ain't celibate out here.
But why do you think that we do that?
Because that's what you guys do. You guys
But-
aren't. Are you celibate?
Do you have?
Are any
do you
women
have
celibate?
proof of that? But
I
like,
am.
or is it just?
For a year and a half. I agree with him though, because I used to do that. I'd be like, I'm going to soul search. I'm going to just do my own thing. And that's not what I will be doing. I will be out partying or texting guys or whatever.
Yeah, no, I
you
get
know.
that.
So
Like,
I
that's-
think, so
And
I think
I've
I
been-
understand where they're coming
Right.
from.
yeah,
with
like
that.
I've been in. Yeah, but like
I'm
I
like,
have
hold
kids,
on, hold
so
on,
like
hold on.
I can't be out here in these streets. Like I was
Because you have kids. If you didn't have kids, it'd
But
probably
we
be a different
speaking
story.
generally
maybe,
too. Like
but you
Exactly.
know.
So there you go.
I
So that's
said
why we say that.
maybe.
But you didn't say no. You said maybe. So that's damn. That's
But
damn
like
sure
if
yes.
I'm personally
Because if it
saying
was
that
no, you
I'm
would have
soul
just said
searching,
no.
like I'm talking about like I'm actually alone. Like I'm not dealing with anybody.
Maybe now today because you have
Yeah,
kids.
'cause
But
I'm
like if you were
I'm
single
growing and learning
in your mid
and
to- if you're-
maturing.
if you were single in your early mid to 20s with no kids, soul searching, aka dating other guys, seeing what's out there, because nobody's celibate. Let's cut the crap. Nobody's celibate, especially women. Women like sex just as much as men. You know what I'm saying? And you guys can get sex way easier than men can. So, you know what I mean? You guys get
That's
hit
true.
on
Yeah.
so many times, so
That's
often. So, you know, when you guys are single and you're doing your soul searching, like, come
So
on.
you think every single girl that's soul searching is having sex with multiple men?
Majority of them, yes.
what
But
do you
why?
think? Do you think that?
No,
I can tell you why.
no. I have a lot of friends who are celibate.
You want me to tell you?
They're lying.
You want me
here.
to tell you a logical reason why a human being, not just a man, but both genders, men and women, would think that a woman that's saying that she's soul searching, she's actually hopping on more dicks, she's actually being promiscuous? The reason why is because we live in a secular world. That's a country, a nation, the United States, with God removed from the state.
Yeah, but not
right?
everyone.
So with that being said, even if people were religious, they're still, you know, don't lack discipline, right? And then you got to think about women. You're neurotic. You feel more negative emotions. That means that normally you're seeking out happiness. You're seeking out like the vibes. Why do you think that you want a vibe? You want to catch a vibe with a guy? Because y'all ain't got no freaking vibe, because y'all always depressed and, you know, in your feelings all the time. Everything is negative. That's why you seek the vibe. Here's the thing, chat. You wanted to know something that's new? Women seek a vibe from you because they don't have a vibe. They're in their minds all
I
the
have a
time,
vibe.
feeling negative and depressed all the time.
I'm not always depressed.
Well, from a general standpoint,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I'm
We're
speaking
always talking
about.
Generally, okay.
You know, but men, from a relationship and courting process, men create the vibe. You don't create the vibe. If you create the vibe with a man, your vibe is gonna be out that door and never texting him again. So you look for the vibe to be created. You look for him to be charismatic and to show you a good time and to make you feel bubbly on the inside. You don't care about making him feel bubbly on the inside. In fact, I would say that you think that you just being there and giving him your attention is enough for him. Yes, that's correct. Because when women go out on dates, they just show up. You don't pay for the bills. You're not trying to do these things and have a nice, good joke lined up or, you know, make him laugh and things. You don't care about that. You're showing up and you waiting like, okay, is he funny? Oh, okay, it is a good vibe. It's nice. If he isn't funny, he's weird. Like, we don't do that.
So
I'm not like that.
So-
Honestly.
So why do like older couples, right? Why does the women say, I trained him well.
Because they just yell at them and berate them.
So is it
until
supposed to
they're
be the
just
other
like-
way around?
No. That's
Well, if
that's
she's-
that happy life. That's that happy wife, happy
Yeah,
life type
she-
of saying.
yeah,
That's
totally
garbage.
different.
Yeah,
No, that's what that means.
She
though.
also married a simp. She settled for the simp because the guy that she really wants, you know what I mean, ain't gonna go for that shit. So if when a woman says, "Oh, I trained him well," yeah, she married the guy. She married her last choice, pretty much. You know what I mean? Because like all you women
Yeah,
want guys to lead.
If he's speaking facts,
All you
the
women.
fact that a woman said, "I trained him well," she married. That wasn't her first option.
That was like her last.
No, maybe she's
That
just
wasn't
joking.
no. She
Nah, she wasn't
didn't
joking.
marry her first option. She
I feel
married like
some
her
women
last
settle,
option.
Though.
For
Some women
sure.
settle
That's
just
insane.
for
It
safety.
depends.
But I guess that's where I'm going to tie back to that, what he was asking about, like if anything trigger you. I would say for me, it was the fact, I just lost them.
Wait,
what
because
triggered you?
it was saying that something. Did I trigger y'all? What did I
yeah,
trigger y'all about?
damn. But she said something else after that. Now I forgot.
Celibacy, what?
That's when what convo was we having? That was when I was talking about the age gap and everything. When I was saying that the differences between
the soul searching, because we were talking
yeah.
about how women settle. I think that people should be by themselves, like men and women,
Yeah.
should learn to be by themselves and understand themselves and understand their past, because then that's where I feel like a lot of that
Bring
80%
stuff in. Yeah.
from women doing divorces is because women are just settling. I talk to them on my daily life, and that could never be me. But I see it on a consistent basis, and I ask them, like, why are you still together? Well, it's just like a lot of work. You got to get to know somebody new. I got to move.
I would disagree with that. I think that women settle is, you got to think about it. Women from a general standpoint don't approach men. You advertise yourself and you wait for the right man to approach you. So the women that settle, they're settling because the guys that they want, they don't know how to attract and retain those guys. Those guys, maybe they can attract them, but then they smash and
keep 'em.
dash.
You're right.
They can't keep that man. So they end up settling with the man that they can keep. So that goes on women. It's women's fault that you can't attract and retain the top quality men. So what's the probability? What's the age range where you can attract and retain a top tier guy? That's gonna be when you're younger, because the top tier guys, they worked on themselves, so they want the cream of the crop. They're gonna go for the younger girls.
Yeah.
So that's the younger guys, just older guys that worked on themselves. They date younger girls.
Yeah.
So
but
do you think there's a lot of high quality men in this world?
No,
I
hell
agree.
no.
No, not at all.
Well, what
Hell
strips
no.
a man
Super
from
hard
being
to
high
find.
quality?
Very.
super hard to find.
So it's like, how are women supposed to act?
Well, you
If there's
there
not
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
high
quality
quality women in this
high
world? No,
quality.
none of
So
them are
is there
virgins.
not good quality men because women suck, or is there not good, or is it like a more than that? Is
Okay,
it
wait,
the way
wait. There's a
everyone was
difference between
brought
good
up?
quality men and high value, good quality men and high value men. Like, what do you? What
Like both. Like,
Okay.
would you say there's a lot of them?
a lot of what? Good quality men or
Quality and high
high?
quality.
So there's a lot
and-
of good quality men, I would say, but there isn't a lot of high value men.
Yeah,
What's
that's
the
the difference. Well, the difference is that the high value men value what is valued between the genders, right? So women are hypergamous. She wants over 6 foot, over 6 figures, over 6 inches. She
But
wants
that's
these things.
not everyone.
So I know, but this is value. This is where value is derived from.
Right.
So if it takes time to acquire the things that women are attracted to, and when that man does acquire it, then he obtained the high value status, right? He obtained it. So you got high value men, and then you got good quality men. Good quality men, that high value man may not be a good quality man if he don't have any good
You
morals.
just answered somebody's question in the chat.
Okay, word. So
didn't
yeah,
pay for
like
that,
if he
yeah.
don't have any good morals or anything, then he could be a high quality man,
Right.
but he don't have any good morals. He gonna be putting his hands on a woman or something like that, right? Or you can have there are many good quality men. There are guys that's in your DMs that will marry you, treat you well, pay for the bills for you, protect and provide for you. But guess what? You're not attracted to those guys. You're attracted to niggas that's
over 6 foot that's getting the bag, the rappers, the this and that, the
They don't
guys
even
that
be
have
good
some type of
guys.
status.
That's a lie. I went to the complete opposite,
Not
and now
you.
I have Napoleon Dynamite.
That was one dude. You
complex.
can't compare one dude to the majority of of guys in the world. Cut it out.
Napoleon
one dude.
Dynamite complex.
Do you guys think there's a lot of high quality women?
High quality. So high quality for a woman would be a virgin. That's high quality because
Okay.
most women.
Value.
You got to think about it. What, ladies? That triggered?
Nah, I say high value.
Yeah, high value. Sorry, we're not talking about virgins because I don't think any of us are. So, like, do you think is there a lot of high quality women? Like,
Well, you mean good quality woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there
Good
a
quality.
lot?
So what is different? So good quality woman. I would actually say statistics shows that men happen to be more conservative than women. So anyone that is more conservative, that means that they are more traditional, more chivalrous and things like that. So I would argue that there are more good quality men than there are women because women, y'all really don't want to uphold any traditions. You know, y'all lean towards feminism and egalitarianism, and y'all want things to be equal. You want to, you want everything, but you're not willing to reciprocate anything on your end to the man. So let's say a good quality woman is a woman that can reciprocate, right? Let's think about it. So that woman is, all right, good quality, a lower body count. She ain't have a lot of, penises in her. She ain't have a lot of guys imprinting on her because women have more oxytocin than a man. So that's the pair bonding chemical that allows them to pair bond with their mates when they have sex. So the more guys you have sex with, the lower the likelihood for you to pair bond with your future guy, right? So statistics shows that when a woman reaches a body count between 5 and 6, the likelihood for her to maintain a long-term relationship drops down to 20%. So it is facts. Body count doesn't matter. All of you agreed to it. So a good quality woman is a woman with a lower notch count. Also, a good quality woman is a woman that can regulate her emotions. We spoke about discernment for that good little 10-minute segment. And we said that, well, the woman that can't regulate her emotions and she's acting how she feels, she's acting on what she feels instead of acting despite how she feels, well, that brings trauma to the relationship, and it's a higher probability that she'll divorce her man or break up with her man, right? And break up that home. Like literally let the kids being raised in a single mother household is the most wildest thing you could do for your children. Like you're literally giving your child a step back than a step forward. But anyways, so yeah, I would say that a good quality woman is someone that embodies chastity, a woman that embodies sexual temperance, and a woman that understands the patriarchy: God over man, man over woman, woman over children. Hey, chat, get the merch. We live right now. It's gonna be the third link in a description. Go ahead and cop the merch. That's on the back, but you see on the front, yeah, man, it's the realest shirt. Second link. It's the second link. So that's what I think a good quality woman is. What's your thoughts on that? Did I get anything wrong? No. Okay, cool. A high value woman, that's a little bit different. What's your thoughts on a high value woman? What do you think that would be?
Well, obviously, a virgin.
Yeah, you gotta say, yeah, it's gonna be a virgin for sure. Like the highest quality, that's gonna be a virgin. Yeah. Well, the highest value woman, that's gonna be a virgin because most women aren't virgins. So if you can, have some sexual temperance and retain, your sexuality for the man that you want, that's good quality. So, I mean, that's high quality or high value, let's say. We're using so many words. But anyways, let's get to the super chats. Nothing, ladies? We got anything? Ease? Anything?
Nope.
All right, bet. We got Holiday Tones and $5. And once I get through the super chats, ladies, we're going to let y'all hit y'all questions, and then we're going to do last thoughts. We got Holiday Tony says, ladies, moving forward for you guys means vacations, parties, drinking. Rarely do women self-reflect. They tend to find healing in the arms of another man. Man, Holiday Tone, let's... No one heard Holiday Tone. He's speaking fit acts right there. But why do you think That's
Because I just feel like usually when men talk like that, they were really hurt by somebody. Because like I talk the way I talk about men because I was really hurt by somebody. Doesn't mean that I think all men are the same.
Well, he's saying that also because most of the time women monkey branch. You know what I mean?
What's monkey branch?
Oh, monkey
so
branch.
statistics shows that I'm only speaking facts here.
statistics.
I'm only speaking facts here. Statistics shows that women are. I don't have the numbers though, but it's a high number when it comes to divorce rates. I think it's like either 60 or 70%. I think it's even 60. But women have a backup plan in a marriage. So I think it's around 60% of women that's married have a backup plan, meaning that they know the other guy. They know if something goes wrong, they know who that other guy is already. And statistics also show that it's usually an ex or it's a friend, like a past friend or a current friend, guy friend. So,
or maybe
What
somebody
about men
switches
when
to
they
your
leave
question.
marriages or
Well,
when they
look,
cheat?
they
Like,
don't- they
what's
really
the
do-
statistics on them?
well, cheating is different, but because we're just speaking about leaving relationships. But so if we're saying that Holiday Tone said that, well, women tend to, they say self-reflect, but really their healing process is in arms of another man. And we do have statistics that backs that up. So he's speaking facts.
So he's saying that because of us saying that like that's not true when we do soul searching.
Yeah.
That's what we really
That's
mean.
what
So he's
he's
just
saying.
responding to that.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, monkey branch is pretty much when you're on the verge of ending a relationship, you already know who you're gonna date next.
Oh no.
Not even already know, you already talking to him.
No,
You already,
I didn't know all of that, but
Yeah.
I did have that. I ain't gonna lie. Even the past me, I did have that thought in my head.
Like you knew
alright,
exactly
it's-
who's the next one you're gonna give a
yeah.
chance to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
definitely.
I
didn't do
also
that.
will piggyback.
You said y'all do that?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'll piggy.
I'm not. There's
but-
nothing wrong with it, but I've never done that personally.
No, I think for me it was like, well, I kind of already knew the relationship was kind of ending, but like
Yeah.
no one would kind of like budge on like ending it or whatever. So I think for me it was like, well, I guess if anything, I could always go back to that person.
Yeah.
Or so like that type
And it's
of
all
thought.
it's usually
Right,
a
right.
past person.
Yeah, yeah.
It's rarely a new person.
Yeah.
Like the monkey branch is usually a past person.
Yeah.
But okay, fair enough. We got Arnold Neely sends in $5. He says, question for the ladies. Why do women consider cheating back payback for men cheating when it's being another man's sexual entertainment? Have y'all done this? Okay, good question. Let's
Wait,
start
what?
with, I'll repeat it again. Start with Chelsea. So why do women think that, why do women consider cheating back as payback? Like, how is it payback?
So you can feel the pain I felt, kind of thing.
Okay, so now he said, so that was perfect. He said, so how is it? Then he says, okay, so why do women consider cheating back payback for men cheating when it's being another man's sexual entertainment? So how is it payback for you cheating back when you're just being entertainment for that man? Like, he don't really like you. And
I
he
mean,
never
I'm
gonna
not really.
wife you
I
up.
mean, I'm not saying I've done that, but if I were to do that, I wouldn't really care like what the other guy thinks. Like, I don't care if I'm entertainment for you. I'm just doing this for this reason.
Okay.
Okay, that's all.
What about you?
What was the question?
Okay, so why do women think that cheating back, and it's not about y'all, this is general questions. If you've never done it, it's totally fine. But generally speaking, you know, when women tend to cheat back, I know you've probably had a friend or you probably seen on social media, they consider it as payback, right? So why do women consider it payback when they cheat back?
I think that would just be petty for someone to do that.
Okay, what about you? Move your mic closer.
I was gonna say it's immature, but it's almost natural to do that.
Okay, natural response to get revenge
Spite.
out of spite. You think that's
Yeah.
a natural behavior? I think that's an unnatural behavior to do things out of spite. But fair enough. What about you?
Sorry, I got lost.
Yep. So why? So when women, generally speaking, not you, but generally speaking, when women tend to cheat back, they consider it payback. Why do you think that is?
Some damage that they have gone through, some trauma, just because obviously being this like spiteful is something that's either learned
Okay.
or so I think it's just coming off of that, and I guess it ties into like that would be that why that's natural.
Yeah. Show of hands. Have anyone ever cheated back?
Show of hands.
Don't lie.
I mean, we were already broken up. But
That'll cost you.
Y'all all lying. Y'all all lying. Y'all definitely all cheated back. Let's be honest, ladies.
I
Podcast
didn't
called No
cheat back.
Fugazee.
I mean, after we stopped.
Who said who sure did?
I did.
Okay, so you telling the truth now.
Hell
Who
yeah.
else? She said, yeah, you cheated back, Danny. Okay.
No.
It is.
On this couch, I ain't cheat back?
But I mean, I did do stuff afterwards,
Wait,
so
what
that
you
way
say?
he heard about it. But
Well, of course,
said,
y'all,
"Did
y'all
you what?"
broken up.
You know
so
when
I
they
mean,
go
got
like
spicy
that.
on this
at
couch.
that point, that was just me
When they
petty for
find
what,
out.
you know.
right.
But
Okay. All right. Okay. So, ladies, cheating back is a L because you
Y'all.
all agreed. Remember, y'all all agreed that your value is tied to your sexuality. So
I
if
wouldn't
you
do it
cheat
now,
back,
but I've
you
done
take
it.
the biggest L when you do cheat back.
I wish
It's
I could
like,
go back in
goddamn.
time and be like, I wish I would have just walked away and not.
Yeah.
I would have
You
never
know.
dated.
See, that's why
I wish I would have walked away.
emotions
but I didn't.
get a
I
hold
was
of y'all,
young.
and y'all can't even think logically, and y'all just do
But
dumb
you guys
shit like
weren't
cheat
thinking
back.
logically because you cheated.
But they don't think. That's the thing.
Like, why am
Yeah,
I
that-
gonna
It's
think
not
when you
something
cheat?
Yeah,
that
when a
they're
man
like
is cheating,
trying to
it's not a
rationalize.
logical moment.
They're not
It's
trying to
definitely not.
rationalize it. Like, oh, but I have a girlfriend.
You
Like,
cheated on me because I did X, Y, Z. No, you cheated on me. I'm gonna get my lick back.
You definitely
Yeah,
did get a lick back.
Yeah, but I would say, yes. It's much worse when a woman cheats. All right, so we got he's queen. He's queen 21 cents and $10. He says, "Yo, appreciate the support, man. I see you out here supporting, sending in these bucks. A question for everyone: is there a difference between when a man cheats versus when a woman cheats?" Okay, let's start with you. Is there a difference?
Yeah, there's a difference.
What's that difference?
When a man cheats, I guess it depends on your circumstance.
No, it doesn't.
It definitely depends on your circumstance.
Yo, the 44-year-old's mic. Someone said they can't hear it.
That was just no one said in the chat though. That was just a super chat.
Right.
Can you put on your headphones? Can you hear it?
Because that's why I already said it. Because I saw that too. But I was like,
Yeah, I did see it, but I didn't. I was like,
Speak your mic.
hi.
no, like say a sentence.
Okay, so it's probably you got to speak in the mic then.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. So anytime you're speaking, just speak in the mic. And I'm actually gonna lift it up for you.
What was the question again? I forgot. Oh, okay, yeah. Is there a difference between when men cheat and compared to when women cheat?
Let's start with you.
Yeah, it depends on the circumstance and how old they are and how much experience they've had and their circumstance.
Circumstance.
What do you mean?
I'm saying, like,
What circumstance?
There's a difference.
You said
All right,
age,
there's
you
a
said messed
difference.
up.
Let me see. Where's the difference? Where does the difference lie?
what's
Yeah.
the difference between men cheating and a woman cheating? What's the biggest difference?
Take your time. It's okay. You can answer.
I think
You know how you said women are born with their value?
Okay.
When a man cheats, you're kind of just defiling her.
Okay. So the woman is being defiled.
Yeah.
Okay. So when a woman cheats, she's being
That's
defiled.
very emotional for a woman.
But it's still her choice. She's doing it. So she chooses to decrease her own value.
I'm saying if the man cheats. You said a woman is born with her value, right? So if a man cheats,
Yeah.
he's defiling her value. But
Yeah,
if she is aware, that's
Yeah, but if-
painful. I'm just saying.
Oh, you mean you're defiling the woman's value?
Yeah.
Wait, time out. If me and you are in a relationship, right? And I
Yeah.
go ahead and clap another girl's cheeks, I will be defiling whose value? Your value or the woman that I cheated with?
Your wife.
How would I be defiling her value?
Because whatever that circumstance, whatever was going down in that circumstance, you're gonna lay down with your wife then.
Yeah. I think that doesn't make any sense because
Well, yeah,
he
because
smashed someone else. The wife didn't get smashed. I think that if the wife cheated, then her value is being defiled by another man.
if a wife cheated, then her
because he's
yeah,
giving
but-
it up to her or to him.
But like biologically speaking, right? Is it not like a bonding?
Women and men.
Yeah.
Yeah, when a woman and men
Like,
date, they tend to
you're
bond, but
brought
the man
I don't know
doesn't.
if you're understanding the question though. Like,
Okay, what you mean?
No, she understand it, but I think she's coming at it from a different angle, which is unique, which is fine. So I would say that I see what you're saying. You're saying that since, say if me and you in a relationship, hypothetically, that if I smash someone else, I would be lowering your value because me and you are in a relationship and our commitment is only between us, but I went outside of that. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, because then I'm gonna be like you know how like women start assuming and stuff. So I'm gonna be complaining and criticizing you.
Okay, so you're not gonna be able to
And
trust me
questioning you,
and question
too.
me. So then your value, I would use a different word. I wouldn't think the woman's value would decrease from the man cheating.
Maybe trust.
I would think that, you know, certain aspects about what she looks for from him would maybe decrease in him. Like her view of the man would be like, Dane, I can't trust you. You know, can I really trust your back on security? Like, what's really going on? You lied
And then
to
the
me.
other part of the question was when women cheat, right? Did I answer how it is when
It was
men?
just
And then
saying
the
the
other part is
differences.
when what's the difference when a woman cheats?
Yeah, just what's the differences?
What's the difference when a woman cheats? There's less of a chance of your man forgiving you.
Okay. Was unforgivable. Yeah,
I'm
it's not
sorry,
forgiving
but
that.
come again?
It's unforgivable.
It's not
No, that'll
forgivable.
save a marriage.
No, cheating for when a woman cheats, that ain't saving no marriage. You prolonging a divorce. Matter of fact, you putting the knife in your back, like yourself, like, and there's many reasons why, if a man stays with the woman that cheats, because
He don't get no bitches.
not only that, when the man cheats, let's speak about the man first so you understand. A man is capable of having sex with a girl and not liking her at all. All of you ladies, you aren't capable of that. You have some type of emotional ties to the man. Now, you may not think, I'm not saying you got to be in love with the man, but you like that man to a higher degree than I have to like a woman. To take it a step further, I can hate a woman and I can still have sex with her. All of you ladies are incapable of that, but men, we are capable of that, right? So with that being said, if a man is cheating, that's maybe not in all cases, but since he's capable of not liking the girl at all and actually he's capable of hating the girl but still doing the sexual act with that girl, that means that his love for you wouldn't wither at all. It can stay completely the same. So he can cheat, but he can also still love you. That's the nature of a man, right? Sounds crazy. Maybe never heard it before, but that is our nature. Another thing that's in the man's nature, just to take it a step further so you understand, just like who has kids? Show of hands. Okay, you two ladies have kids on this couch. When you had your first kid, you were like, oh my gosh, I love my kid. And then when you had your second kid, maybe the thought came in your head, but maybe it didn't come in your head. But if the thought did come in your head, it's like, am I going to love the second kid how I love my first kid? When you had your second kid, you're like, God dang, I love the kid exactly how I love my first kid, right? So men, we are also capable, right? We're capable of loving multiple women the same. I'm not saying that it's
Are you
how
polygamous?
things should be. I'm speaking, this is how things
Non-religious.
are, right? So we're capable of it. And I'm not saying that men, just capable, but women aren't capable of loving two men the same because you're hypergamous, right? Men, we're not hypergamous. So with that being said, that's the nature of a man. Now, now that you understand this nature of a man, when a man happens to cheat, I'm not saying that it's a good thing. We're just speaking about how it is, not how it should be. If a man happens to cheat, well, it's a high probability that he don't give a freak about that chick and he still love you. He just going to get his rocks off. But if you cheat, since you're not capable of loving, still maintaining your love for your man while cheating, we know that you already lost emotions for your man and you have some type of emotional investment to some extent with this other man that you're having sex with. Right? So those are the differences between a man cheating and a woman cheating. We're just going to get on from this topic because I just pretty much ended it. But yeah, those are the differences. So not saying that it's good. Still both cheating from a standpoint. Is it a sin? They're both a sin. Is the sin equal in the eyes of God? They're both equal in the eyes of God. The sin. But from a human standpoint, because how we perceive things, because we perceive time. Do you think God perceives time? No, God doesn't perceive no time. God is timeless, right? But we perceive time and we have an end date. Does God have an end date? No, God doesn't have an end date. But since we perceive things differently than how God perceives it, men and women perceive that if a man is cheating, it isn't as bad as if a woman is cheating. That's just the facts of it. That's just the facts. Your perception may not be right. It could be wrong, but that's just, you need to educate yourself more and take some of this work that I'm giving you right now. Our natures are different. But let's get to some more super chats because I want to get to y'all questions. So let's go with Dom Cisco sends in $2. Okay, that was about the mic. Got it. We got Holiday Tone sends in $5. It's funny that you guys are disgusted by loving. Wait, It's funny that you guys are disgusted by a loving age gap relationship, but you would not have issue with a woman sleeping with 10 guys in 2 years. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's wild. We got Queen Lala. This is a girl. She's a big supporter. She sends in $10. She says, ladies, stop telling men to date younger women. Stop telling men to date younger women. Then get mad when they date/marry younger. Then complaining men don't want to marry older women who can't take accountability. That is facts. That is facts. She do be spitting. Yo,
Bars.
Queen Lala, you come here, you be spitting. We got Dom Cisco sends in $5. There would be more high value men if women didn't give themselves up for less.
Goodbye.
Wait. Repeat that one more
Men do
time.
not
I
do the
missed that.
work.
Ooh,
Stop playing.
Okay, I like
what
this
was that?
one.
What was that? Wait,
I like this one.
Say it
Dom
for the people in the
Cisco.
back. Say it one more time, please.
Hold up. Let me give Dom Cisco
I missed it.
a no Fugazi. This triggers some of the ladies. This is good. I'm going to say it again for y'all. So Dom Cisco says, there would be more high value men if women didn't give themselves up for less. Let's start with you. What's your
that's
thoughts?
nasty.
What's your
That
thoughts?
was it.
Oh, that's nasty. Okay. You think it's true or not?
Listen, that's all I got right now. Not about
You
to
gotta think
overthink
about it a little. And it's okay to overthink. It's okay to think.
If
Critically
women
think.
didn't give themselves up for less. Depends. It depends.
We'll come back to you. What's your thoughts on it?
It depends. Where they're social.
No.
You don't think it's true?
Because I think
Intelligence.
like it's very well true, okay, for the woman, right? But that doesn't mean the men have to take it. They just want to take whatever's given anyways. That's what it comes down to. So it ties back to the whole discernment. Men don't have a lot of discernment when it comes
You
to
still talking about discernment?
the sexual tendencies of what they like to do. So either because they're tying it back to the high value, but okay, that ties back to what would make men a high value man, not what women are doing to provoke you.
Yeah, I would still say men have more sexual discernment than women have. And that's because women hold the key to sex, right? And women's value is tied to sex. But I would say there's more men virgin in America than there are women virgin.
That's true because it's easier for women to get
So
it.
it's easier for women to get
But
sex.
but
So
two
then,
things could be
so think
true.
about that. Wait,
Two things could be
not in
true.
this situation. If we're speaking about discernment, right? The ability to make good judgment, right? So men's value isn't tied to their sexuality at all.
Right.
So the woman's value is tied to her sexuality.
Right.
But 30% of men are, or even more, the status higher, are either celibate or either virgins or haven't had sex in a year. They're celibate. We don't see that stat for women, right? Because women hold the key to sex. So that means that, like, think about it. What do they call it? A master, what is it? The master key and the lock thing? Like, women hold the key to sex. So if they're just giving their sex away, then...
A master key opens all the locks. A master
Yeah.
lock can only open.
Yeah, one of the things I try to, whatever. I never use that one anyway that they all use. But anyways, what I'm saying is that since women
grant access to sex and they're, don't have any sexual temperance and their value is tied to that, it's like, well, that's not discerning anything. I think it damages them even more. Like, it doesn't damage a man as much as it damages a woman when both parties are promiscuous.
Right, but we're not talking about discernment per se. We're talking about, well, if women were giving it up as much, then pretty much men wouldn't be taking it. But my whole thing is woman could be this and maybe the discernment is not there. But just because one thing is true does not make the other thing false, because that means that like the men could have more of a sexual temperance, like you were saying.
What about this? I would say it does make it false. So his statement is, let's just read it again so the chat know what we're talking about. Dom Cisco says, there would be more high value men if women didn't give themselves up for less. Now let's think about it, right? So women have standards, right? And normally I would say women's standards are fairly high, right? You want above average. You want someone taller than you, stronger than you, and preferably that makes more money than you, someone that's more competent. And so you want a superior. You don't want an equal, right? So if you weren't giving yourself up for less, that means that men, like say if you were giving yourself up for more, that means that men would have to meet a higher standard to get you. So that means that, okay, there will be higher value men because they have to actually go out there and work to earn their value. So he's speaking facts because those men would have to obtain a higher value to get with you if your standards wasn't less.
Valid. And I'm definitely agreeing with that part.
Okay.
But two things could still be true at
so
the
what's
same
that one
time.
thing that's true on your part?
Men could still put in that work for themselves and learn to
have sexual temperance.
Yeah, and have high standards.
Yeah, but a man's value. But the statement is, a man's value isn't tied to his sexual temperance. Do you think that a man's value is tied to?
No, but he's saying that maybe if women were or had higher sexual temperance, then maybe there would be more high value men.
Yeah, because then men would have to chase for it.
Right, so I'm not focusing so much on like whether women do it or not. It's more so men should be able to do that whether or not women are doing that, whether or not.
Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't work like that. Oh, we could say the same. It's in the man's nature to want sex. So it's supply and demand, right? So you know what supply and demand is. So supply and demand is men demand. Men are the demand. They demand sexuality. It's in their nature. Women are the supply, right? So if there's a supply for less, which what he's saying that, god dang, it's on the clearance rack. Well, obviously, men demand it is in their nature to demand it, so they're going to take that. But if the supply was at, it's Gucci level, it's, what's a high brand? An expensive brand.
Versace.
Louis Vuitton,
Chanel. It's Chanel level, right? So that means that, okay, well, men have to meet a level to get to that woman. So that means that if you did have more sexual temperance and you held on to your value and you actually applied your standards, you have these standards in a man, but you actually applied them, meaning that you're not just going to date any man, even if he rigs you up and make you feel all bubbly, you're not going to give him the box. You're going to abide and stand by your standards, and your standards is already high. So that means that men would have to work to meet your standard to get you. So if all women did that, a lot of men would have to work on themselves, so then they would become high value men.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Can I speak real quick?
Sure.
So from your point of view and your perspective, you don't think women should basically obey a man and listen to what he says and abide by him, right?
She should have discernment to choose a good man, right?
Right, but
and then if she chooses a good man, any man that she chooses, she should be following his lead.
No, but you said that women are not capable of picking out a meal that they want, correct?
Yeah, generally speaking, y'all not capable of really choosing a man, choosing a meal.
For women,
yeah.
If that point that you're trying to make is true, right? Women have been put into this culture, the hookup culture, where they're not
You mean put by who? Or they went into the hookup culture themselves?
They are led, right?
By who?
By men, you said.
Oh,
You
so,
said
wait,
women are led by men, right?
you don't think women have agency?
No, you're saying women don't have.
I never said women don't have agency. So agency is different. Agency is the women have, there are responsible humans, and if you have responsibility, you must take accountability. If you're responsible for something, you need to if you are responsible for something, that means that you have a degree of authority for something. If you have a degree of responsibility and authority for something, that means that whatever happens, good or bad, you must take accountability. So with that being said, women have agency. So that doesn't...
I understand, but there's a lot of people, not just women, like a lot of people in general, that follow suit, right? So if you have like when hookup culture came along, right, and all the women like follow suit because they're trying to compete for the men, and in their minds and how they were taught and how they think is that they have to compete this way because this girl's doing that and that girl's
They got to wear makeup, get their boobs done, get their lips done. Okay, I feel you.
Men obviously made this culture.
You think men made that
Well, it
culture?
didn't come from women.
Oh, well, how did men make it then?
I don't know how they made it, but
Listen to
Well,
like
you make-
videos
wait,
for
wait.
rap music, see music videos.
You making the claim, you got to
can see
explain.
how like
Well, like she
yes,
means
it
that
was
like
society.
it was already out there pretty much, and like men kind of initiated it. That's what she's saying. But like we did follow pursuit.
Right. And then you want the women to jump on board and do this and do that. And now it's like, oh no, hold up. You got to go back and be a virgin again.
No
Like
one's saying that.
No, but I'm saying that is the and
Generational cycle.
This is the problem for like women are psychologically, this affects them greatly. Do you know what I mean? And
I
that
can help you out. You're thinking about it all incorrect.
Okay.
His thinking is scattered. It's very tangential, meaning that your thinking is kind of going on a tangent, and your thinking is going on a tangent. So let me palette this a good way so it's in order.
hence a little psychos.
Oh, that's what a cycle is. Nah, I feel, but still a good question. I see what you're saying. So you're saying that, well, since, this women tend to go with the societal norms, and whatever society is doing, culture is doing, women are just going to follow suit, like you said as well. So, well, she has to take accountability for you following suit. Like all the people that followed Hitler into the army, like, well, god dang, like they got to take accountability.
Yeah,
like they're all going to hell. You know what I mean? For doing the wild things that they did and the genocide that they did. You know what? You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, if women, you can't excuse poor decisions based off of society. For example, let me tell you how crazy what you just said sounds. I'm gonna give you an example how crazy it sounds.
Okay.
She's like, bring it on.
If I rob a bank, right, and then the cops come to me and we got you, Cooley, we got you surrounded, and they take me and they arrest me, and then I'm being talked to by the detective unit and stuff, and I'm like, you know what, guys? Well, it's because I come from the hood, man. I didn't have nothing to do, man. It was I wasn't. It wasn't a decision that I made. It was because based off where I'm from, my situation, my surroundings, my neighborhood, my culture, man. So I did what I had to do. So I robbed the bank. I didn't have no food to eat. They'll be like, my nigga, you still getting 20 years to life. That don't matter. Reasons for you being in the situation you are has nothing to do when it comes to the decisions that you make. I repeat, the reason for you being in the situation that you are in life has nothing to do with the decisions that you make. Now, I know that influence creates thinking and thinking creates behavior, but we are human beings of agency. That's what I said. So with responsibility comes authority and comes accountability, right? So I gave my own self stupid. So even though you are in a situation, right, and maybe you came from a single parent household, or maybe you came from a situation in society is you grew up listening to hip hop music, you got girls twerking, wearing mini skirts, so then you start to do that stuff. You still know right from wrong. bro, you still know right from wrong. You know what I mean? You still know what you're doing. We all have a moral conscience. You still
Amen.
know. Why do you
That's
think
true.
if you murder someone, you feel bad? Why do you think even if you tell a lie, you kind of like, dang, like, oh, freak. Like, it kind of like, when you keep telling them, you get used to it. But when you first do that first bad behavior, you're kind of like, I know it. My little son, he does something. I'm like, hey, what you doing? Even before I do it. What's crazy is he was a few months crawling, right? He's like maybe 8 months. He's crawling. And he'll go like, he's not supposed to be touching stuff. No one, I never told him not to touch anything before. Like, it never happened yet. I never had to tell him. But now he's crawling. He's mobile. He's moving around. So he goes to open up a cabinet, and all the cabinets got locks on them now because he's mobile. So he goes to open up a cabinet, but he looks before he does it, like, to see if anyone's looking. Like, he knows what he's doing is wrong and he's not supposed to be doing that. Or he knows he's not supposed to be touching that. And I'm like, what the freak? This little nigga smart. So God did. We do know right from wrong at a very young age. Like, we know when things are wrong. We know we're not supposed to be touching that. You know you're not supposed to be talking to that nigga. You know you're not supposed to be smoking that weed. You know you're not supposed to be drinking that drink at the late night while driving. You know you're not supposed to be doing these certain things, but you still do it. You have agency. That's what that means. You got agency, but you just don't want to take accountability. So, make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. But does that answer your question? A little bit?
Partially.
Partially. And that's all I'm saying. Like, when it comes to men, generally women are the protected class.
The what?
The protected class. Yeah, like, we got to sign up for selective service. Y'all don't. Meaning that we have to enroll into the military if we want to get an ID and stuff like that. Now I think a bill was just passed where they're automatically enrolling people into the military between the ages of, 18 and 26? Oh, pass the House. Where they're trying to pass a bill for all men that they don't even have to enroll in college or try to get an ID and do these little things. It's just going to automatically enroll between the ages of 18 to 26, enroll you in the military. So women are the protected class. You don't have to join selective service. So that means if a draft happens, you don't got to worry about being drafted. But we do. Titanic. I know it's a movie, but god dang, that's just how it is. And men, we have that natural instinct to be like, nah, women and children are first. I'll go ahead and handle this. I handle myself. I got this. So you're the protected class in the world. You know what I mean? When war happens or something like that, if a man, like, think about it. If a war is happening in one of the, freaking people in the army, one of the soldiers are trapped and captured. It's like, okay, dang, we got to do something to get John out. We got to go back and get John. If Katie was captured, bro, send the nukes. Mm-hmm. We gotta, send everyone, send the SEALs, we gotta get Katie back. Like, we would go above and beyond to get the woman back. That's just how it is. So you are the protected class. So since you are the protected class, it's your way of the world, the way you're looking at the world. Since you are higher in trait neuroticism, you view things from the glass half empty standpoint rather than the glass half full standpoint. And I think if you change the way you perceive things, you'll be like, well, god dang, life is good. Maybe I just need to have more discernment and make better decisions. So I'll land my plane there. I was talking a lot. What's your thoughts? Nobody?
We're good.
Huh?
We're good.
We good. All right, we good. All right, we got Holiday Tone. He says, $2. He says, most men will cheat, happy or sad. It's not about you.
It's not about y'all. It's about us and what we want and our needs.
Yeah, pretty much. But when a woman cheats, no. They mean it. Mm-hmm. Like, they mean it.
They low-key in love.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Low key in love. You pushing it.
Low-key. You low-key like that, dude. We got Hustle the Great sends in $5. At what point is revenge cheating? Is unacceptable? It becomes in your nature to keep revenge cheating. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you doing it, whatever
you don't learn from it.
Yeah, if you don't learn
if you
from
don't
it,
like change for sure.
Yeah, whatever you do repeatedly, it kind of becomes in your nature.
Facts.
Yeah, kind of second nature to you. We got Beaten Cheeks sends in $10. He says, who on the couch is a feminist? Is there any, if there are any, what are you currently being oppressed on in the USA? I can't find any answer to this for years. Perhaps they can prove me wrong. I'll wait. Okay. So who's a feminist? Show of hands.
I don't even know what that word means.
It
Oh.
means like you think women
You
are
believe
like
in like
oppressed,
equal rights. You
and
think
like
that
we should
women
be able
are
to do
oppressed.
everything a man can
Yeah.
do.
So are you a
Okay.
feminist? You want to do everything a man can do?
No, I don't.
No, I don't want
Got
to do
enough weight
anything
on
a
my
man can do.
shoulders.
Okay. No feminist then? Okay. I think some of y'all probably do still hold feminist beliefs and motives for sure.
I believe that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If it benefits them, yeah.
Yeah. Women kind of do what benefits them.
Yeah.
All right, we got Isaiah White sends in $5. Okay, no chat to that. All right, cool. So, ladies, any questions?
I did.
Sure.
Before we leave, let me just get it off my chest before I forget too, because
Sure.
I need this one right here. And this is quick, like a speed. Can we go around?
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
quick. Thank you. I appreciate it. What are some underlying factors that strip a man? No, not that one. I was gonna say from masculinity.
Okay, that's a good one. Come back next time. Do that one.
Wait. Yeah. In what ways are women expected to take accountability versus men?
Okay, good.
In
and
what ways are women expected to take accountability?
I don't fully understand.
Okay. All right. Before
How
you
you
do
want
this,
a woman to take
they said
accountability?
they want to. You want to. The chat want a 360 from you. You want to give a 360? Wait, who is it from? Kiara, right? Wait, who's? That's you. Yes.
Yeah.
They said they want a 360. You want to stand up, give the chat a 360?
360? Who said that?
That's what they said. They sent in.
Who's that?
Sizzler sends in $2. They want. They said.
Sizzler, let me tell you
$2.
He
something,
says,
Sizzler.
Can we get
I'm 5
360
feet,
from?
74 pounds.
Ooh.
I'm not doing a 360.
Okay, that's look. I'm gonna read what he said. He said, "Can we get 360 from Kiara? We want to see them rice cakes." Okay,
Oh my God.
they got jokes.
Who's that?
Okay, all right, no worries. Okay, say your question again.
In what ways are women expected to take accountability? Like, how would a man want a woman to take accountability? Like, men want women to take accountability. In what ways?
Men
How?
want women
How?
to take
I just-
accountability in all ways. Okay, you
I
go
think-
first.
Yeah, I think
Speaking of Mike.
you're just sorry. I think you're just struggling and understanding what is it that they want you to be accountable about. So I think maybe you just have to ask more questions as to like what they're trying to say, because I guess I'm having a difficulty understanding that part.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
But
I think-
women ain't gonna be able to probably answer that, but we could try.
Yeah.
What about you? You next.
I think men want women to take accountability for everything that ever happened.
Yeah.
In the world.
Oh my God.
I mean, look at the story of Adam and Eve. But yeah,
I didn't expect
you
you to
guys
go
are the
like
ones
that.
with the Adam's apple, though. Make it make sense. You know?
What?
Wait, say that
Say that
again.
again with that.
So you guys are the ones with the Adam's apple, right? But Eve ate the
Oh,
apple.
she tried to spit a bar with the metaphor of Eve biting the
man.
apple, and then we got that.
Yeah,
Very
that-
funny. Hardy har har.
Women have been held accountable for every wrongdoing since the beginning of time, correct?
No, that's not correct.
What?
Danielle, what,
You're not held
what?
accountable for anything. If anything,
No, you want
men
us
take all the
to be.
accountability.
You want us to be.
I would say that.
False.
Well, like,
Men-
are men like
Oh,
mad?
yes, let-
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Are you guys like mad at women? I'm
No,
like,
no.
I'm
About
just-
what? Mad about what?
Like,
With us
you just seem
personally,
really hostile
or
with
men
men.
in
Because
general?
no, what she said was dumb. That's why.
Hold up, ease, real quick. Let's have a concise
It
question
wasn't
so everyone
dumb
can
in
hear.
my complex mind.
Fine enough. That's totally fine. What did you just say?
like I'm just asking like a general question,
Sure.
just because, just like, are you guys angry at women? Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
haters.
I
I just
normally
feel like you guys are a little bit like the woman haters. Like, what is that from the Rascals?
Oh, the He-Man Woman Hater Club?
Club,
Yeah.
yeah.
Woman Haters Club. Little Rascals. That's shout
And
out to
I'm
that
not
movie.
saying-
funny.
That's funny.
Okay, that's totally fine that you
Yeah.
would think that. I got a question for you. Why do you think that we hate women? I know you asked a question. You said, "Do we, hate women?" But why would you
ask that question? What makes you think that we would?
And if you do think that, what did we say that gave
Not
off?
so much you, but kind of you.
Oh, it's usually you.
No.
Oh,
not
snap.
him.
I think that's because
I
you be saying
know,
some
but it's-
wild things. Like you'll just say like, "Yeah, just cheat on her," or you'll say
Yeah,
some wild
it's
thing like
usually-
that.
Yeah, it's you.
Because I elaborate.
I should wear
talk.
those shades. I should be wearing those
You
shades
want
right
the
now.
shades?
Oh, okay. All right.
So Ease, yo, you hate women, bro. God dang. Okay,
Damn.
explain your hatred.
Nah, I don't hate women.
I feel like someone really hurt you or something.
Oh, I've been hurt. Yeah, who hasn't been hurt? Every
Yeah.
guy has been through a heartbreak.
Every guy.
Well, I mean, you know what? Guys that have no problem dating women, guys who've been in a relationship before. Yeah, those guys. Yeah, almost every guy has been through a heartbreak, and if he hasn't, he's gonna go through a heartbreak. It's almost about to be his turn. So have I been hurt? Hell yeah, I've been hurt.
Do you feel like you let that like ruin your like general view of women?
No, because I still pursue women. Because if it really did, then I'd be like, F women.
You
know,
independent.
I'm
You're an independent man.
I'm
You'll be
independent.
claiming
I don't need no
independency.
woman to cook for me, clean for me. No, so
Yeah.
because I'm still out there pursuing women.
So,
Matter of fact,
to
I got a
reverse the
date.
question back on you, I would say that if there's anyone that tends to hate the opposite gender, it would be women. Women are more misandrous than men could ever be misogynistic because women claim all of this
manipulation.
independency.
I don't hate men. I hate certain men.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hate any woman, and I don't hate
And
any
I shouldn't
man.
say hate. That's a strong word. I dislike a lot of men, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna
Yeah, I don't hate men.
like
but I do
generalize
think
all
that-
of them because I don't ever generalize all men. I
Yeah.
feel like you guys generalize a lot of things based off statistics, which that's fine and great. Like
I mean, I agree with them though. I do think that women do lack accountability. I feel like I was part of that.
Yeah.
So I feel like I do see where men come from when it comes to that. And I think that when it comes to the question about you asking if they hate, I think it's because like a lot of men are starting to notice that like, even though their actions don't be right and a lot of things right, I think that a lot of men are starting to be like, well, when are you going to actually be at fault for something and not blame men? Because I feel like that's what typically
Exactly,
happens.
because when a woman, when a couple breaks up, right, and the woman breaks up with the man, or not even when a man and woman are in a relationship, and you ask the woman, why did you guys break up? It's always the man's fault.
Yeah.
She never did anything wrong. She never provoked him. She never did a single thing. She was a perfect angel. And the fault of a relationship not working out, whether it's a regular relationship or a marriage, it is always the man's fault. Women rarely ever say, "Oh, we broke up because I did this," or "I was acting like this, which made him act like that,"
Yeah.
and now we're not together because of my
Think about your
behavior.
own answer. You said that you're 44 and you seem like you are at your prime, like mentally and everything, and one of the reasons you said is because I'm more mature and I can I think what was the word you used? You said that
Regulate herself.
you also can regulate your emotions, but you said that you could take accountability more now. So think about that. You had to reach 44 years old to finally take accountability. God dang, he answers her questions. Why do you think women can't take accountability? Because you ain't built to take accountability. It ain't in your nature to take accountability. You got to be freaking 44 years old to you lose your sexual value. You're not in your sexual prime. Most dudes not attracted to you. You get no DMs. You got to buy your own drink at the club. And it's like, well, maybe I should mature now and take some accountability and work on myself.
How do men take accountability then?
Every day.
They
We feel
don't,
it.
they don't ever.
No, we feel it.
I think that they're like, you know how like when you like yell at a puppy and they're like, you know, tails in between their legs. I feel like that's how men behave when it comes to doing something
So now
wrong.
we're dogs. Thank you very much.
Well, I was gonna say that when he said
Wow.
about like I don't hate men. I'm like I don't hate men, but I do think a lot of men are dogs.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll say this. What was your question again? Because I wanted to. You said
How do
something.
men
Take accountability.
Yeah.
So when a men take accountability because we feel the ramifications of our actions immediately. We feel the consequences of our poor decisions that we make. If we are inadequate in our mom's basement, eating cereal all day, we ain't getting no cheeks, right? But if you're living with your mom and you don't have a job and you don't have a car and you don't have anything to your name, you could still have sexual access by the opposite gender.
Not us.
You get it? So therefore, that is true. You could be
Not always.
obese and overweight, and you could
Depending
still.
on who it is.
Let me finish. Not depends on who it is.
No, I mean, never mind.
Generally speaking, all women, both of you women have more options than me from the opposite sex. And I have a podcast that's on. I'm doing very well for myself. I make high six figures. I'm 6'4". I'm in the top percent on every metric when it comes to a man. But you women still have more sexual options than the opposite sex. And you 44 years old and you still got more sexual options. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, I'm just stating a fact, right? I'm stating a fact. So when it comes to that, men, we feel the consequences from our poor decisions. Women don't, because you're always going to have a man to save you. Even if it's a simp, even if it's someone that you don't like, you still got them to save you. We can't even get someone that we like. We can't even get someone. I mean, we can't even get someone that we don't like. It's like, God dang. Generally speaking, men.
Yeah, but just more simple, in simpler terms.
Put your mic closer.
I'm sorry. In simpler terms, like, how does a woman take accountability? Like, how would you want your woman to take accountability?
Well, that's a different question than
simpler
what you asked
terms. No,
before.
it's the same thing. And
That
how
was-
would you?
we already went around.
How
But
would
she's
you
tying it
want
back.
men? How
We already
would
answered
you?
it.
But
Yeah,
it was
I thought we
complex.
answered it.
No, I think it
I thought we did answer it. We were just saying that.
No, we did not answer. We
No,
were
I
talking
agree.
about-
I don't think we
didn't
did. We were
answer
talking
it.
about it, and then
We
we
were going
started with
around-
hers because
Okay, so-
we were started to branch off. But I think it's just you were just saying, like, you know what? Like, I did do that. Like, I think that's what you would have to do.
Like, for example, okay.
Like, say sorry. Like,
Yeah.
explain yourself. Like, oh, I'm sorry I did this. Oh, I'm sorry I
well,
did that.
not
Oh, I'm
explain
sorry I
because
did
I feel
this.
like explaining starts to become about the reasons. It's not about the reasons or as to what you did it. It's the fact that you actually
So a
just
woman
did
does
it.
it through her actions. Like she
I think
takes
everyone
accountability
takes
through
accountability
her
through their
actions.
actions.
Right. First, for the first step is acknowledging, like, hey, look, I'm sorry I acted like this. You know what I'm saying? And then you fix it by change behavior instead of be like, well, I did this because you did that. That's not taking accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But when
Act-
you're in that toxic cycle, sometimes it's hard to get out of that. And then when you get out of it, you're like, wow, I acted
well,
like an idiot.
whose fault is it getting in that toxic cycle? Chelsea.
Both parties.
Well,
In my case,
women
both
choose the
parties.
man.
Yeah.
What women choose the man. We don't, like, when it comes to dating, you choose who you want to give your attention to.
And
We men take whatever we can get.
Yeah.
From a general standpoint, right? Men from a general standpoint, we kind of shoot darts and we take what we can get. Y'all wait at the finish line and pick the winner.
I mean, I was like 19 when I got married, so it wasn't like.
Excuse. No. Don't use that.
No, that's
age.
totally
don't,
fine.
Don't use the age thing because what
I'm
do I
just
say?
saying that. I
Women-
mean, like,
women
I mean,
mature
I-
faster than men, right?
I take accountability that I got married too young before I knew anything. Like, I've already grown
Also
and
taking
learned from that.
accountability for staying with the man that you saw was toxic and
Yeah,
continue to stay
exactly.
with them
And I've
not
absolutely
leave.
taken responsibility for that.
Okay.
It took me a while, but
It took you a while to
It
take
did. It took me a
accountability.
long
Do you,
time.
Yeah, women
regret the
really-
divorce?
yeah. Do I regret it? No.
Like okay, women normally don't really regret
And I
unless
say
the
that
man,
because it just wasn't
She
a
said he
good.
cheated.
We have kids. It wasn't a good environment for two little girls to be witnessing. You know. So.
it's. I mean, you would say that it's not. It's always
And
best.
I understand the statistics saying that it would be better. I've heard all those statistics. God, I can't say that word.
But from your personal anecdotal situation, you saying that it's just not best for the kids.
I mean,
Understandable, because I don't
in
know
a
your
perfect
situation.
world, it would, but it's just like not in that my exact situation. I just don't feel like it was.
Got it. Okay. Anyone else on this topic?
What do you think you could have done different?
Not got married so young and had kids
No,
so young.
what could you have done different in that marriage?
Like in what way?
If you knew then what you know now.
I wouldn't have got married at all. Like I
To
wouldn't have
him.
been with him at all.
You want to be with
Yeah.
that guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
There has to be something.
I have a
Spill the tea.
question.
There has to
Okay,
be something.
sure.
What
I
would
guess
you have done
tie in-
different?
I guess tying back to saying how guys have less options than women.
Yeah.
I feel like, now that I'm in this era of my life where I have been celibate or whatever, and I was used to always being in a relationship or a situationship or whatever.
Yeah.
How do I create more discernment? Because I feel like I just push everybody away now, but like you said, like more women get a lot more men. So I feel like it's harder for women to have that discernment because
'Cause you
there's
got more
so many.
options.
Yeah. So like for me, we were talking about high value men, and I think now like I could see a lot of qualities. I feel like I have a good perspective of that.
Yeah.
But because there's not that many high value men,
Yeah.
and because there's so much selection, how do we create more discernment around that?
It's a good question. So discernment, having the ability to make good judgment, it comes by discipline, right? In order to have discipline, you need to make sacrifices, right? So when you sacrifice things and you sacrifice the things that maybe you want to do, sacrifice like the small things I said, even if whatever you think that you need to work on in life, you act despite how you feel. If it's cussing, if it's you have this urge to eat chocolate all the time, whatever it is, you make some sacrifices, you be disciplined, right? And then you'll be able to discern better. The reason being is because we all kind of project. So for example, me and you, right? So I don't cuss, I don't drink, and I don't have any tattoos. I look at my own self as being morally righteous as far as the things that I view in myself as morally righteous. So I'm going to project that on the person that I'm dealing with. So if a chick is cussing and she drinking, I'm be like, automatically I'm going to have a visceral reaction by her doing those things because I don't partake in those things, right? But if I'm partaking in those things and maybe I can't regulate my own emotions as a person, and then how am I going to be able to judge if someone else has good character if I'm not a person of good character, right? So it starts with having discipline, and then you'll be able to make a more discerned decision, a discerned choice, even if you have a whole lot of options. Because I know all girls, I got guys in the DMs. They be flooded, but you know that you are a morally good person. So then you'll be able to project and see who's morally good or not good. But also, it's also going to come with the thing is the more you experience as a woman, it isn't good.
Yeah.
It isn't good.
I can see that.
Yeah, because you experience so much, so then you start to compare and contrast. So, and also you're hypergamous. So then women, it really hurts you when you older and you're not in a relationship and you're trying to seek a relationship and you've had multiple penises and multiple relationships and this dude broke your heart and that dude cheated on you and men put you through trauma or you've put yourself through some trauma. It's very hard to then still make a discerned decision because you got trauma you need to overcome.
And this is why...
And we talked about overcoming trauma. So I think if you overcome that trauma with the steps that I told you, with also taking these steps to make a discerned decision, it'll help you out. You'll be able to see the guys that's giving off used car salesman vibes where you know he's going to lie to you. You're able to see the guys that's incongruent. Like something that's very simple to pick up on a dude to see if he's a decisive man. If you're talking to him, if he gets straight to the point, like, listen, I want to take you out. Boom, boom, we doing this. Okay, come here at this time. Well, that guy knows what he wants, right? He knows what he wants. Versus the guy that's like, yeah, man, I was good. What's the vibes for the night? You know what I mean? What you mean, what's the vibes for the night?
Facts. But I feel like a lot of I guess this ties in with my second question because I feel like a lot of people tried to convince you to give him a chance or like car salesman, like, well,
the one thing is if a guy is doing too much for the box, he ain't a choice for you anyway.
But this is also why it's important to have a positive male figure in your life, such as your brother, your father, to let you
these
know.
are all things I'm literally learning.
Let you know, like, what to look for, what not to look for, red flags and green flags. You know what I'm saying? That's why we always say.
I guess, because I have been doing that type of work, but I guess the conclusion that I come down with from your answer is pretty much just keep sitting in it.
Yeah, and also you need to know what you want. I think most women don't really know what they want.
Because
like
they're too busy going off their feelings.
You go off your feelings so much. So it's like, well, okay, he's cool. I'm texting this guy. I'm talking to this guy. Maybe went out on a date with these other two guys. But it's like, one was good. So then you're comparing and contrasting. You're like, dang, none of them really. Like, I wish I could build correct me if I'm wrong. Don't y'all all feel like, I wish I can Bob the Builder a guy.
Hell
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a game. I got a game to play with y'all. Got a game, real quick. But it's not a game.
I sure do too. Can we go to build a bear?
They can build a house and yeah.
this is a scenario game, right? And we are just gonna let me know. So there's a big building. It's called No Fugazee Corporation, right? And each level of this building has different floors of men, right? Now you can't go down when you pick a floor. Say if you're going level 1, or say if you're going level 2, you can't go back down. You got to stay at the floor that you pick, right? Now it's 6 floors, and it's No Fugazee Corporation that's holding all men from low quality to the highest quality men. 6 floors, okay? Now, ladies, we're gonna play this scenario out. You let me know if you want to stay. Sit back, East. So you're in the cam. Y'all let me know if you want to stay at the floor. First, I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna tell y'all what's at the floor. What type of men are at the floor? The qualities of the men are at the floor. You are gonna let me know if you want to stay at that floor or if you want to go up a floor. Okay. Now 6 floors, so you can go up or you can pick a floor and stay once I tell you. Okay. You ready? Here we go. Steve, you good? Gonna need you active. So do it like this. Every time when I ask the question, just gonna have to be quick on the cameras and stuff. So the first floor of guy, level 1, he has a job, he has a car.
That's it.
That's it.
Right.
That's level. That's the first floor.
I'm going.
He has,
That's Bridgeport for you, though.
okay. Real quick, ladies, I need the answers to be clean and concise. Okay, because this is a little segment we're going through here. First floor is he has a job and he has a car. Are you staying at that floor or moving up?
Up.
Up, moving up a floor. Level 2. What about you?
Moving up.
Moving up. What about
I'm
you?
going up.
Going up. What about you?
Does it matter? I mean, that's fine.
Okay, you're gonna stay at that floor right there. You're not gonna go up. He got a job and a car. You got 6 other floors
I'm waiting for the
of different men.
But
He's trying to.
You don't know what's on them yet,
Oh,
show that we're not
I
content.
mean, that's
ever.
good.
Right?
huh?
Just pick a
Wait,
floor.
wait, I
pick
have
a
a
floor.
question.
Be real. No, be real. I'm not trying to show anything. This is just a segment.
To the
I
up?
thought I stayed on the floor.
I have a question, though. If you
Okay,
picked that floor, why wasn't all these men that have a job and a car good enough?
Woo!
What do you mean? Why?
Because you're saying that, like,
Yeah.
you would stay at
You
that
44
first
and
floor.
you single.
So if you're staying at that first floor, you're saying that you would accept that. So my question was, if that floor was job but I'm saying, why not? It's cool. But if you did say why not, why didn't you stay with one of them that had a job and a car?
Maybe I'm not understanding. So
Okay,
like,
I'll say it again.
on the second floor.
I'll say it again. I'll repeat
happened?
I'll repeat the scenario again.
No.
Here it goes. I'm gonna tell
You
you.
stay on that first floor. It's
Listen.
okay.
Right. I'm
You can
just
do whatever you
asking.
want, ladies. Time out. Just pay attention and listen, because maybe she doesn't understand. Okay.
Explain the game.
Break it down.
Let me explain the game. There's 6 floors and there's No Fugazee Corporation building. We got all the men. We got the lower tier dudes all the way up to the highest tier guys, right? Now, the game is whatever floor you choose, you don't know what's on the other floor. The only way you know what's on the other floor is if you choose to go up. If you choose not to accept floor 1, then you got to go up to the next floor. Floor 1 is the guy has a job and he has a car. You
That's
said
it.
that, you going up. Floor 2. You going up to floor 2? And what about you? Are you staying at floor 1?
Yeah. Why?
Now, the question is, if you are going to stay at floor 1, she said that, well, why are you 44 and single if, you know?
I
you're-
didn't add that part, but
okay, I'm adding that part.
Just material. That's material thing.
Well, let's be real here. If you would stay at floor 1, why are you 44 and single? Because I'm sure most guys had a job and a car from your past.
yeah, but that doesn't make just a job and a car doesn't make you want.
But that's all they have on floor 1. I'm going to go up. The next floor is going to have more things of
Are
more
they
guys.
having like personality and?
No, he just
humor?
got a job and a car.
That's it. Don't
Right now,
make it
that's all they
complicated.
got.
Goes into it. Yeah, just a job and a car.
That's it.
that's all.
Don't add anything
It's
into
fine
it.
if you want to stay there.
It's fine if you want to stay, but he only got a job in a car. He don't got no personality. He don't got none of the
Yeah.
other stuff you trying to think about.
It's even better.
So are you staying on the floor? Yes or no?
And no whispering back
Okay,
and
so
forth.
stay on the
You
floor.
staying on that
Next.
floor. Okay, next.
I
So
said
you,
I'm going up.
you going up to level 2. Okay. You can't go up now. You stay
Yeah,
on
you
your
stay on
floor.
that floor.
It
You
gets
stuck.
much better for level 2. Level 2, he got a job. He got a car. He's charismatic. He's funny. He got a personality. And he's a good man. Job, car, good personality. He's a good man. Are you staying at level 2 or are you going to go up?
I'm going up.
She going up. What about you? Put the
Staying
mic
on
closer.
Level 2.
You staying at level 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna
I'm
get
going-
much better.
I'm going up.
What about you? Oh, yeah, you done.
She's done. She's out.
What about you?
I'm going up.
She going up. Okay. We got these two competing for the top tier men. All right.
So now it's just them two now, right?
Now it's just these two. Now we got level 3.
I'm invested now.
He got a job. He got a car. He funny. He charismatic. He a good man. He also 6'4".
Wait, say it again. Say what they
Okay.
have
He
again.
got a
going up.
job. He got a car. He's a good man. He's got a personality, a good personality, and he's also 6'4".
I'm going up.
You going up?
I'm going up too.
Going up?
Oh, okay. Now we are at the fourth floor. Fourth floor is he got a job. He got a car. He charismatic. He has he's 6'4", but not only that, he got a 9-incher.
I'm going up.
I'm going up.
Oh,
Y'all going up again? Okay.
Yeah.
We are at the
going up?
fifth floor. We at the 5th floor now. He got a job. He got a car.
I know what
He got a good personality, right? He is 6'4". He got the 9-incher. He's a good man. But he also, guess what? He got he makes $500,000 a year.
I'm going up.
You going up? What about you?
He makes $500,000.
He makes $500,000 a year. 6'4".
Does he have a
9-incher.
house
9-incher.
or just a car?
I said, yeah, he got a
9-incher.
house and a car. That was the first level, house and a car.
No, the first level was job in a car.
Oh, first level was job and a car.
But this one, he just said 9-incher, 6'4", job, car, charismatic, and he makes $500,000
$5,000
a year.
He renting. He don't own a house. He renting.
Are you gonna go up or are you gonna stay?
I'm gonna go up, I guess.
Okay, on the 6th floor. So the 6th floor ladies, this man doesn't exist. This is just to show you that you are hypergamous and never satisfied. Listen, ladies, the 6th floor doesn't exist. It's to show you that you're hypergamous and you're never satisfied. And the nature of a woman is you. The nature of the woman is the damnation of the woman. The nature of the woman is the damnation of the woman.
I mean, I would have stayed
This is a
lower.
mic drop.
I would have stayed
Listen,
up.
I would have stayed lower, but if better is available, that's what I'm going to take. Why would I settle for less?
Wow, so 6'4", 9-incher, 500K.
What? That's settled. Yo.
Wow.
What's less than charismatic?
Why is he renting?
Yo, this man.
It's
Why does it
Yeah.
fucking matter if he's renting? He got money.
Chat, this shows y'all. These women,
Yo,
you can't listen. There's nothing you could do to satisfy these women. Their hypergamous
Bro,
nature
she's-
is the root to their downfall, bro.
Listen. Y'all didn't hear it. Like she said, 6'4", 9-incher, 500K a year, job in a car, charismatic, is settling for less. Holy shit.
No, I'm saying that if he was going to the next level up, right? Because he just kept going up and including
Bruh.
more things.
But we're in a building, like
Like-
we're trying to see what's like. That was what I was thinking of.
Yeah, real quick. Let me speak to the chat. Listen, quiet down. Listen, chat.
There's
This
no
just
hope.
shows you. This just shows you, chat, that the woman's nature is so hypergamous that is literally the root to their own downfall. No matter if you become the top tier man, right? No matter if you become that individual that they sought after, they still want more. They still want the highest quality man that they can find. Just the imagination, the thought of, wait, it's another level for a guy that's better than that guy? Let me go up to the next level. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, chat. This is good. This is good, though. This is a good one. Any questions or thoughts on this, ladies? This was nice.
No, I stand
I was
behind
just
it.
looking as
Okay.
like just keeping your options open.
No, I
I'm
stand
not trying to marry
behind
anybody right now.
like,
Okay, fair enough. She said she's staying behind you. Yo, you don't be single until you 50. Like,
nah, I got
Somebody
options.
said the
If
top
I-
floor is
listen,
Jesus.
this comes from
Yeah, I know
the
you got
relationship
options.
girly. I can literally get into a relationship I wanted to. That's not what
the-
the healthy option is.
the
though.
point is that it's not you can get into a relationship and they can get into a relationship.
Right.
The point is not about that you can get into a relationship.
Right.
It's about getting into the relationship with the man that you want. Obviously, you're not in a relationship because you can't attract and retain the man that you want.
Well,
you can attract them, but you can't retain them. So you've attracted some of them dudes that you wanted, but they smashed and
No,
dashed.
I wouldn't even go there because I feel like with how I used to be in the past, I was attracting less quality men that I did not go for the 6 foot. So I think that's why now when I have
Yeah.
like
More
on my
options?
personal growth that I'm like, why did I settle when they weren't charismatic, they weren't a good person, they were short, they were mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn, she height shaming.
No, but this is
what's wrong with short dudes.
I ain't doing it again.
so.
She
But,
height shaming.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. What's your name again? I forgot.
Genesis.
But this is what I'm saying. Just the fact that, listen to what you just said. You have options, right? And you didn't find the one that you want to settle with. Because if you did find that one, you would be in a relationship. So therefore, you don't approach men, do you?
No.
Oh, not at all. Do you ever like slide in guys' DMs and send the first message? You never do it.
No.
So let's keep it real. Since you don't approach men and you don't slide in DMs, you advertise yourself. So since you advertise yourself, you post pictures, right? You're on a podcast, you're advertising yourself. That's totally fine. Since you advertise yourself and men pitch themselves, that means that two reasons. Either the men that you want aren't pitching themselves at you, or the men that you want, they are pitching themselves at you, but you can't retain them when they pitch themselves. So that means that, yeah, you'll give attention, they'll give attention back to you, but you can't retain that top tier guy. So it's either one of those two. So either you can attract the top tier guys, or you attract them, but you can't retain the top tier guys.
I think it's I can't attract, but most are because they're not really that available. Like we were talking about, they're not as readily available as a woman who is kind of working on herself in a sense. Not that it's crazy out there, but I say in comparison.
Yeah, I would say this. You don't have any kids, so you could I'm sure you attract like guys that got their stuff together, right?
Bridgeport.
She's in Bridgeport. Bridgeport is a hell, bro.
You in Bridgeport? But I mean, like,
the quality out there is like a little. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like you like people.
Nah,
She in
Bridgeport-
Bridgeport?
nah,
I've never heard of Bridgeport.
People want to
Bridgeport's
just
a hood.
settle.
Bridgeport,
like,
what,
people,
the hood?
That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
Bridgeport's
Like
the
it's
hood,
people
bro.
with
Shit,
no
shit.
car.
Yeah, yeah. My cousins live
Right,
out there, bro.
Section
Oh,
8.
dang,
They're living
okay.
on the east side of Bridgeport. They're just doing like it's
All
just
right, well, maybe you need to
lower
move.
level. I
No,
mean,
seriously, my cousins live out there. My cousins live in
facts,
Bridgeport.
but like
Yeah.
this economy is crazy.
Yeah, come out here.
Bridgeport is a hood.
Well,
Out here ain't that too. I mean, Lehigh Valley. I mean, it ain't the hood though. Lehigh Valley is rich areas.
New Haven, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Wow. So Newark is one of them. I know Newark is in there, or Compton. Not anymore?
If you look at the top 10 dangerous cities, I think it's like 3 and 4 is
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
New Haven and Bridgeport, and those are two in Connecticut.
Yes, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Bridgeport's
Fair
a hood.
enough. Yeah, you got to change location. But you got social media. You on
I don't like that though. I don't because I feel like men who are usually in your DMs, they're in everybody else's DMs.
But
so that's
a
just,
man that's gonna approach you and that's confident when he approaches you, he approach many other girls too.
Mhm, it's the
facts,
same
but I
thing.
still
Same thing.
prefer that in person versus like.
What's the difference?
Well, it is a
it's
difference,
Just, I feel
but-
like it's just more of a like intentional thing, and they can't resort to a funny, to an avoidant thing. Like you're right there.
Well, mama, you 32. Them eggs gonna dry up. You don't want to wait too long.
I mean,
You
facts,
gotta
but
take
I
what you can
also,
get.
but I had to put in the work to become who I am now. So I think for me now, I'm like very selfish with me because I wasn't. So like for me, like somebody has to put in the work, and
No. Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead. You're preaching. Go ahead. Yeah.
no, but I do not feel like like guys nowadays are meeting my standards, and I have proven being by a short guy that I did let go of a certain expectation, and that time I
How
obviously
short
it
was he?
didn't
Because you
work
keep
out.
saying short, and I'm getting triggered.
He really wasn't even that short. That's the crazy part. But the thing
Was
is,
he shorter than these?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
He
yeah,
was
he's
my
short.
height.
He's short.
He was
Nah,
my
he's short.
height.
He's short.
He
He's
He
short.
was my height.
I'm
But,
probably-
but that's what I mean.
How tall are you? How tall are you?
5'4".
Yeah, he's short.
But that's what I mean, though.
He's
Like
short.
sometimes even like you're as a woman, you let go of a certain standard, and then for what? Because at the end of the day, they wasn't like the right person. I mean, obviously I wasn't the right person either because I picked them, but I still wasn't the right person because I wouldn't be acting
mic.
a way. I wouldn't be acting a certain way and being toxic as well. You know what I'm saying? So it was a two thing.
Okay.
However, that still wasn't like I let go of expectations and standards. And
Let me
what
ask you a
did I get?
question. What you do in a high value man? Because you wanted to go to the 6 foot floor. I mean, to the 6th floor. What type of man is gonna wait around for a woman that claims she's celibate, that's 32 years old, and then she's gonna wait around for sex? How long are you willing to make a man wait to have sex?
I'm not gonna like say I'm gonna make him wait forever. However, I think like nowadays, especially with how the culture is, like everything just wants to be like readily accessible, like
Homie,
really
wait.
fast.
Be
That's what I mean. Like, because everything's thrown out there. Like, so for
and
me,
this goes to that question,
Right.
to Cisco's question. Think about it, right?
Right.
So since everything, you waiting, totally fine. Fine for you, it's good. But other women aren't waiting.
Right.
So if you meet that top tier guy, but you holding your cookie for a couple months, but Brittany ain't,
Right.
Katie ain't,
But I think
Lauren
that-
giving that thing up the first day,
Right.
quick. Matter of fact, she'll probably let homie hit it in the bathroom while they out on a date.
Right.
So it's like, God dang, is he really gonna wait?
Right.
And he got options. That's a top tier dude.
Right.
Yeah, the
I'll say he gonna take
That's
all
the
of them.
thing.
But I also feel like if that's, I want somebody who has sexual, what did you say?
Temperance.
Temperance,
Men
like
are
me.
as
Look.
only men are as only as sexual as their options. So if you want a top tier guy, the guy that you explained,
Right.
I'm 6'4", right? You basically said that you got to the 5th level, was like, dag, coolly, let's go to the next level. God dang, you an NBA player? You think these niggas waiting? No, they got mistresses.
You gotta understand. Look. You gotta understand. Like those guys that you want to attract, they have a lot of options. And you know what they say? What one woman won't do, the next woman will. So I'm not saying.
one
I'm
man
not
do,
saying.
the
Giving
next
up
We're
on
not
the-
saying.
I'm not
give
saying.
the
Look.
cookie
Yeah.
out.
No, they won't.
I'm
This
not
is what
saying
I'm-
give up on the first day.
I
Hold on.
disagree with that.
Wait, what she
that
say? Time out.
statement.
What was the
What
statement?
one man won't do, another one will.
What
That's
one
true.
man won't do, another man will.
Yeah, so one,
The
yeah,
simp will.
yeah, exactly. The simp will.
The simp would do
But,
that.
And
Not the-
those are the
not
guys
a
you guys
masculine
don't
man.
want.
Oh my
God. Yeah, y'all
what
don't
I'm
want
saying
simps.
is like those high value, those quote unquote high value men, like that you know that have everything you're looking for: height, money, charisma, this shit together. They attract a lot of girls. Not only that, they attract a lot of beautiful girls. Not only that, they attract a lot of beautiful girls that are prettier than you, in better shape than you, and maybe younger than you. So you got to understand, like you
Yeah,
gotta,
like-
you have to compete.
Like you're in
and women
competition.
don't- Yeah.
Put it like this.
But I don't like that. That's what I don't like, because it's like,
Men
I'm
have
not
to compete
going to
for
approach
women.
no man.
Men have to
What
compete
do
for
I look
women.
like?
I gotta compete with a nigga that's 6'4".
Okay, you better put in that work then.
Only in sports.
Vice
In
versa.
sports.
So look,
You gotta put in that work
No
also for that man.
competition.
Me putting
You gotta
work
compete for-
is being open. Is,
Okay, but okay, you think you're the only one that's
Chatting.
open? Listen, you're not
you
listening.
just said that ain't fair, right? So all he is saying that you're in competition. You're 32 years old. You got no kids. Okay, cool. No kids. All right. So the guy could have kids with you. Okay, cool. But you about to reach the level where it's a high risk pregnancy in 3 years, right?
Yeah.
So, but you're in competition with a younger girl with a good personality too. She could be a replica of you. Every guy is taking a 20-year-old over the 32-year-old. And guess what? The high status guy, he got options of the 21-year-old that look just like you or better. But guess what? Less baggage. She got less dicks. She had less niggas put her through trauma. So it's like, woo, I can get this little younger chick. She going to be able to follow my lead. Well, this is what my biology even yearns for. Like, it's not because I'm insecure. This is something natural. Not is it natural. This is something that's best for me. Best to raise kids. God over man. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. That's the order of life. So that woman gives the highest probability of following a man's lead when she's younger and she's experienced less. So a man that reached the level, trust me, this is how men think. Men that earn something, right? Earn their value. We all think similar. It's just how we think. I'm be honest with y'all ladies. Is my way or the highway? Whatever you got going on in life, we don't give a freak about. You gonna follow my lead. You on my program. When I call you, you pick up. You call me, I don't pick up. Like, listen, it don't go that way. But when I call you, you better pick up. If I text you, you better text me. Like,
Right.
there's no waiting. And if it is any waiting, if you don't pick up that call, on to the next because I got options.
Right, and that's-
the reverse changes. See how women, when you're young, and it's like, oh my gosh, I have so many options. The world's my oyster. Everyone's just hitting on me. Well, guess what? When that man works on himself, when he's 35, 40 years old, and he has options, now he has the ability to be intolerant of females' inadequacies, just like you are intolerant of male inadequacies. Make sense? That's how
Yeah.
it go. So the tables change.
Yeah,
so
so
you want that man on the 6th floor, and god dang, that man don't exist.
Yeah, so the same way I gotta compete with a top tier dude is the same way you gotta compete with those top tier women that the guy that you want. Because remember, he has his pick of the litter also.
So if anything, I'll tell you this.
There's a small litter we get to pick
what
from.
would I got a question for you, right?
That's right.
Let's just flip it. Speak about me and you first, and I'm gonna get to the question for you. All right.
Mhm.
We doing all right in life.
Yeah.
But we meet some NBA players. God dang, these
ain't
niggas
getting
7
nothing.
foot. Oh, let's not talk about look, because we gotta compete.
Right.
So I was in, let's just do an example. I was out in Miami, and we was with some NBA players and stuff like that, right? And they got mansions, Lambos, driving around. It was fun. Now we go out. Say I got to compete with these guys. Say if I'm out there courting girls, they out there courting girls. We got to compete with them now. What would we have to do to compete?
Get our money up.
We gotta get our money. It's gonna take time for us to compete.
Yeah, that's not happening overnight.
So for us, we ain't got no choices. Like, god dang, if anything, we could like try to rizz up a girl better. So we could try to be more charismatic than them dudes that got the bread.
Right.
And I got the other things over us. So we could do that by our game, having a good mouthpiece. So that's a way. Now let's ask her. We figured out a way just then.
Yeah.
We got it. Bang.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah,
More rizz. We can have more rizz than
More
niggas.
risk, yep.
Let's see if you can figure out a way.
I don't know.
So here's the situation. Here's the scenario. It's you, right? 32 years old, no kids. A younger woman.
25.
No, she's 21 years old.
Fresh.
21 years old, fresh.
She just came out.
She hasn't been in, she been in one serious relationship, and that's it. She had 2 bodies. Whatever how many bodies it is that you put it like this, she just has less bodies than you. She has less bodies than you. She's been in, no one broke her heart, but guys broke your heart. So how would you compete? What would you do? What would you change or work on to compete for the top tier men when you're competing against that younger woman?
I have no idea.
Chat proves my point, bro. Chat, chat.
I feel like because I can't.
So what would you do to get the guy to choose you over the 21-year-old?
I feel like I wouldn't do that. I would just work on me. I would just go myself.
What is working on you? What is working on you mean?
I
What are you
was
doing?
just like what I'm doing now, just working on my discilline, on my
That's not enough.
consistency.
Okay, what is that changing in you though? What is that doing?
It's making my self love is making me.
What would the man see in you that he wouldn't see in a 21-year-old?
A lot. I don't.
Like,
know.
okay, name 3.
No, name 1.
Girl, if you don't answer that question.
I mean, like I do, but I feel like this is like an odd thing that I never even thought about.
But that's the
This
problem.
is the thing, right?
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the problem.
This is the problem. Like, this is the
Usually
thing that
older women have more to offer than a 21-year-old, like job-wise, like house-wise, stuff like that.
Okay, but listen, this is the thing,
have
right?
stuff together, don't care
You
about
have
that.
these
I
are
feel
the
like that's
things.
something that like they
A
can
lot of
learn.
guys
They
do.
can learn how
But
to cook.
ladies,
you know.
this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is maturity right here. This are the living in reality. I'm trying to paint reality for you because it is true. Guys hop in your DMs. Guys approach you. Guys hop in 21-year-old DMs that look just as good as you, or better, and they approach those 21-year-olds. So you're in competition, even though you don't want to admit it. We just admitted that we're in competition.
Fact.
We just came to the conclusion that, if we with LeBron and these niggas and Kevin Durant, well, the only thing we can do is rizz up a chick
have
more.
better game and not be corny.
We gotta have better game than these dudes. But what about you? What will you do to be able to attract a high tier man when you're competing with a younger girl?
I feel like if I would have to compete, it's a no for me.
I just
You're
don't
already
care.
competing.
I am competing, and guess what? This is why I mind my business in my own world and don't talk
And
to
this
no
is
man.
why, look, this is why you will be 40 and single.
Because you're not
Maybe,
competing.
but you know what? I would take this life over the life that I had previously. Anytime.
I'm sure you would.
But maybe that's where
Amen.
her,
You
maybe
got no
that's
choice.
where her tolerance level lies.
This is a choice. I could go
That's her
have sex
tolerance
if I
level.
want.
That's her one exception. She says, "I am not competing."
Yo.
That's her bottom
He
line.
said
Maybe she needs to
she
work
ain't got a choice.
on herself.
Listen, like, you gotta choose
You
this life.
funny,
You can't
Eve.
go
In that
back
area.
anyway.
You
Like,
misogynistic, bro. I
can't
see
not
why
compete.
I'm
and it's usually him. But like, no, y'all making me
She's not
sick today.
competing.
Oh, sick.
Yo, chat. He's going in. It's funny.
No, that's what a lot of you women don't realize. Whether you like it or not, you are competing for the younger, prettier, in shape woman who has
But what
less
is it that?
baggage.
But what is it that we have to think about in order to change
Listen,
that
I
perspective?
know the answer.
Because that's just like I could be a better cook. I could have a better career. I could have a better house. You know, I could have this. I could have. But
We don't
what
care
does
about
it
your
really
career.
come down to?
We don't care about the
Exactly.
house that you have.
Right. We could give you better sex, but in our reality, it doesn't matter because you want sex from anyone anyway. So it's like, what is it that we can really give you that you're like, wow, this is a great woman. I should go for this. Like, if you don't see my value,
and then they're gonna get older. They're like, oh, I want another younger one.
right.
Like,
If you don't see my
guys are
value,
never
then how could I
satisfied,
persuade you to
ever.
see it? There's no sense.
wait, ladies.
men are never satisfied.
You all need guidance. You all need guidance.
All of you need guidance. It's crazy how you don't know the things that you would have to change in yourself to be able to compete. Let me finish.
I know.
To be able to compete with 21-year-old. Okay, what's one thing that you could do that would give you an advantage?
And taking accountability.
Yeah, because we're already
Listening
grown.
and taking
We
it.
already been through
Because we were
that.
just talking about it,
Listen,
right?
what did we say?
I'll
Like,
tell you
guys falling
this.
up through
Time out. Let me just
Yeah,
answer
because
it.
you can't be quiet for too
Because
long.
what you just said, right?
What?
You said listening and taking accountability. So I would say, who would have the higher probability of listening to me and taking accountability? Well, it would be the person that wasn't imprinted on by other men. It would be the person that wasn't molded by society and their traumas. So that would be the younger woman that experienced less. She's more likely to listen to me because she didn't build up these walls because she was put through so much trauma. Right? It would be who would have better. You said listening and what else?
Listen, I forgot.
What
It
was
was
the
two, though.
and accountability.
Yeah.
Who would be taking accountability more? Well, it's the person that, she's so young, she ain't experienced much. We could kind of coach her. We could teach her. We could show her the ropes. But your walls is up. It's going to be harder for us to mold you because you've been molded by your exes and by the culture and society, right?
Yeah, until she
So
finds out you're cheating.
I'll just give you the answer. Wait, say that again?
Yeah, until she finds out you're cheating, and then you break her heart, and then she does something stupid.
Well, you're speaking from your trauma, right? This 18-year-old don't have trauma. We're not speaking about trauma. We're speaking about someone that has trauma and someone that doesn't have trauma.
Oh, the cause, not the effect.
Yeah, the cause, not the effect. You're talking about the effects. This 18-year-old has a higher probability of not experiencing all those effects. So I'll just answer it for you, right? One of the things that you could do, and all of you ladies, right? If you're because you are competing with other women that has things better than you. We admit it. We're competing with other men that has things better than us. That's the facts, even if we want to admit it or not. One of the things you can do is be more compliant and silent. Compliant and silent. That's how you out-compete the younger woman. The younger girl isn't as she's gonna have a higher she's gonna be more compliant anyway, but the younger girl's not gonna be that silent. That's what men want. You're asking.
I didn't
Okay,
ask
so
you,
we gotta
I just
think
agreed.
about.
What does
Look,
compliance mean?
let me finish
Can
real
you look
quick,
up
ladies.
What's that guy's name?
Okay, I'm gonna read that.
Point.
All right, I'm gonna read that. So
No.
you got to think about what men are attracted to, what the opposite sex are attracted to. We came up with the conclusion because why do you think we chose? Well, we got to have more. We got to up our riz. If we out with LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and NBA and NFL players, the only thing we can do, they have more status, they have height, they have more money than us. The only thing we can do is think about, what are women attracted to? Where they're attracted to a man that can make him feel the vibes, so that we know that we got to be more charismatic than those top tier athletes in order to get her attention, right? So then now you got to think about, what is the man attracted to? Well, the man attracted to is a submissive woman, someone that can follow his lead. So I said my answer is accurate. Be more compliant, meaning follow that man's lead, and silence is key. Like, you don't gotta talk and go on rant so much and annoy him. Be quiet and cute. Like, this is very simple. Land my plane there. But
Yes, sir.
what chat you said? It just came in?
You said what?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got it. So we got Silver Lion sends in $5. He says, wait, she just said men are never satisfied, yet she's the one that went to the 6th floor.
Give him. Press the button.
Oh, the other one. Facts. Yeah. So how you gonna say men are? So you're looking at you're
Men or
looking at
women.
the satisfaction. You're looking at men not being satisfied because men want quantity, right? They want multiple women, but most men can't even attract multiple women. So you're only looking at the top tier men that has the ability to attract multiple women.
I mean, I really
Like, think
don't
about it.
like.
The percentage,
I really don't
30% of men is either between the ages of 18 and 30 is either a virgin or haven't had sex in a year. So most men don't have the ability to have quantity. That's a very small percent of men. The men that have the ability to have quantity is literally in like the top 10% of men. And then it gets even less than that. It gets down to like the top 1% of men where he's able to kind of do what he wants and the woman don't even really care.
And yeah,
right?
that's a small percentage.
That's a very, very small percentage. So you're looking at it all wrong.
Looking at the Chris Brown type of dudes, like a lot of guys, you gotta say a lot of guys are average.
Average guys.
Or below average. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I mean? And that have a regular job making between 50 to 80K. I'll be damned if they're making 80K a year. So a lot of those guys, you know, they don't have a lot of options like you think. The guys that have a lot of options are the top tier guys, which are 10% of men. And it was like only 3% of men make 100K a year. Like it's not a lot. So like the guys that you guys are talking about.
Well, 20 is like 3% of men, but 20% of all Americans make 100K a year.
Right, like you know what I'm saying.
It's even less than that for men.
The guys that have all the women that you guys are talking about, it's not even 25%
and then, but you gotta think about it. Even if the man, let's just say the man cheats, you guys are always worried about cheating all the time. Like you're prioritizing the wrong things in a man. Okay, he cheated. Okay, that's not a good thing. No one's promoting that the man should cheat. But did he leave you? Did he love that girl? He's not leaving you for another woman. Usually, if men cheat, they cheat down. The woman don't look as pretty as you. You just in your feelings about it. No one's saying that is good. He shouldn't be cheating. But he's still not leaving you. He's still not breaking up his home. You're the one that reacts to it and then breaks up the home. Right? So it's still your decision. Even though he made a decision to trigger even though he made a decision that is triggering your emotions, you still acted on your emotions that broke up your home. That's the facts. You still acted on the emotions that broke up your home. You could have still been like, okay, all right, don't do it again, or it's not gonna be right. I'm gonna leave you. Give him another chance. That could have been. Or you could do it multiple. Yo, talk to me. What's going on? All right.
What if when they refuse to do that?
Do they refuse to what?
To divorce. Like what if they've done it over?
If a man is just cheating on you and disrespecting you, cause like cheating, yeah. You are a woman of agency. You can do whatever the freak you want, right? But we all know just from a statistical standpoint that the children feel the consequences of the woman leaving the home. So if a man cheated on you once and you know he don't love that broad, like if that we had this situation on this topic on Access Vegas with Andrew Wilson and everything. Everyone agreed, like if that happened with my daughter, I would advise my daughter, like, don't just leave the man and break up a home due to his infidelity. We're going to try to work this out another way. And it should be some consequences from a societal standpoint or a culture standpoint and ramifications on the man. But that's normally, we don't live in a culture like that because the culture is without God. But anyways, it isn't in the kid's best interest to break up a home if the man cheats. That's what I'm saying. If the woman cheats, well, the home is already broken.
It's done for.
Yeah, it's already broken.
Over.
It's already done. So it's all right. Much different.
Like a lot of y'all women could have already been in a happy relationship where he's not cheating, but y'all don't want them kind of dudes. Y'all don't.
Says who?
Yeah, y'all want the men that y'all want the men that has the capability of cheating. Y'all don't want the men that don't have the capability of cheating because he's not attractive if he can't attract other women. Think about it. If he can't attract other women, obviously he's not that appealing. So obviously you want the man that is appealing, which means that he has the ability to attract other women, which means that if there's a higher probability of him cheating. So you want the men that has the potential to cheat.
I can't relate. I dated ugly people. I dated down. So.
All right, you dated down. All right. And well, ugly guys still cheat too.
Like they weren't like super ugly because obviously I would not like be that interested.
I heard they're like the worst.
But
they have like the most audacity.
I mean, like I can't ever say like I was ever cheated on, but like who knows type of way, right? But I feel like in that way I did okay. But
I've just had friends who said, "Yeah, I decided to date an ugly guy," and he did me the most dirty.
Okay, all right. Well, so we're gonna get to the super chats. And we're gonna do last
there are
thoughts.
no ugly guys. There are no ugly guys.
So why you ain't replying back to them niggas in your DMs?
Everybody's beautiful.
So let's bring up your DMs. We're just gonna see a lot of unread and a lot of dudes you ain't replied to. All right, so we got Beaten Cheeks sends it. Oh, first we got. Let me not skip any super chats. We got Big E Man sends in $2. No lie, who is clapping girl in the green? Oh, they trying to. You got anything you want to put back to that?
No, I did mention earlier that I'm not with anybody.
Oh. Yeah, she's not with nobody. Okay. We got Beaten Cheeks sends him $5. He says, "Women and accountability is like
That's crazy.
vinegar and oil. Wagger annoy you? Wager annoy you? I guess with that.
I don't know.
What is he saying?
Wager and oil?
Yeah, wager, wagger. I think he's saying
I think you're right. The vinegar.
vinegar and oil. Yeah, vinegar and oil. They just won't accept it. Yo, what women on the couch is ready to pay my bills? Drizzle. Yeah, you funny. We got Supa, the man, sends in $2. What's the value of a simp to the girls? Well, that question is a little weird. Worded differently. We got Holiday Tone sends in $2. Men must earn being dogs. It's a choice to be a smut. Yeah.
No Fugazee.
That is a fact. That's a true statement. Y'all agree with that?
Wait, what?
So men, someone, y'all, I think you were saying that men are dogs, and he's saying that, well, a man must earn the ability to be a dog, meaning that he has to work on himself to have options. But women choose to be a smut because you don't got to work on yourself, but you just have options. So guys, I mean, if she's a smut, she's just taking the guys. She's picking a man that she wants to have sex with.
Valid.
Since women choose, yeah. We got Willie TKN sends in $10. He says, ladies, from your last relationship that ended, name one thing you and your ex did wrong that ended the relationship. We're going to save that question for another time, buddy. I'll go ahead and screenshot that. We got Mr. Brick, 68 cents and $2. Women are allergic to accountability. We got Q and QENT sends in $5. What's wrong with her eyebrows?
Whose eyebrows? Because hers are popping.
I think you're talking about you. I think you raising your eyebrows. Who you talking about? Or are you talking about, I don't know. No, all your eyebrows is fine, but who?
I don't think that's talking about eyebrows. What's wrong with my
Who
eyebrows?
eyebrows you talking about?
My eyebrows are perfect. They're fleeky.
We got Queen Lala sends in $2. Do you truly think you deserve a man who makes $500K? Talking about y'all too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That went to the 6th floor.
I sure
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. They said they deserve a man that makes over 500. That makes 500K.
I know what I provide.
What you provide?
I provide support, caringness, stability, definitely level-headed when it comes to communication and issues. I don't have no kids.
He could get that. He could get all the stuff you just said. He could get. He could find that in thousands of girls, millions of girls. But a man making 500K, you can only find that in the top 1% of men.
But to be honest, I don't know if I would want that because they say like men who usually make like a lot more money, they're the ones that are kind of like more like doggish. So I'm good on that.
Doggish? What you talking about? You said you got cheated on by an ugly broke dude.
No, I never got cheated. I said I never got cheated that I know of. They were just ugly and I didn't know how to pick them. And there were just
She said they were mean. I didn't hear her say broke.
Right. No, they were broke.
Oh,
They were definitely broke.
I mean, yeah, she from what town you from again?
Bridgeport.
Yeah, you from Bridgeport. They broke.
They definitely broke. I was literally the one who was providing more in that relationship.
Bingo.
And I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Period.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Okay,
no.
we got Ryan Tomaskis sends him $5. I think I pronounced that right. He says, just a quickie. If it wasn't for the fact that you look different from the last chick, what actually makes you better? Dang, that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
I'm going to screenshot that for another time, for another one, because that's a deep one. That's going to go into one. Yeah, we was going. Yeah, conversation was good.
It was good.
It was good this time. It got better it got better at the end.
It got better.
It got better. We got Jerome New because I was gonna end it early because y'all was kind of dry, but then it got better. We got Jerome Newsom. He said he sent him $5. He says, and he's a member. He says she attracts them, then she opens her mouth to talk, and they run. Talking about you.
He wishes.
He's talking about me.
No, talking about her.
You said?
I'm the one who pushes. No, I don't.
Okay, fair enough.
But thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. We got Mr. Brick 68 sends in $5. Genesis. I'm in Hartford. You look
Trash.
like a great road trip.
That's how you know you're from Hartford. When you say some shit like
Hartford,
that.
Connecticut.
Compliment.
No, but
Road trip.
no, you're not road tripping me. Like, you better road trip some other girl.
No, he said he gonna road trip to you. He gonna come see you.
that's
That's
what
what
he's
he's saying. He
saying?
gonna come see you. He in Hartford. He gonna come see
Is he
you.
a high value man?
All right.
That's what
I don't know.
Go ahead,
All
Mr.
right, then.
Mr. Bricks. Slide in her DMs. You want to give your Instagram? It's up to you.
Not really. I don't want dogs in there.
You already got a lot of dogs in Bridgeport.
he's-
I know, but that's why my
got some
Instagram only has
high-value men in the
300
chat.
followers.
Okay, all right,
shit,
whatever,
okay.
whatever.
I delete all the dogs.
Touche.
Whatever, okay.
You got that.
We got Jarvis Watkins sends $5. He says, ladies, would y'all date a broke 10 or a millionaire that's a 5? It's a good quick question. Would you date a broke 10 or a millionaire that's a 5?
Maybe that's a 5.
What about you? Mike, closer.
A broke 10.
Dang. What about you? Mike, closer.
What was the other one?
Would you date a
5 millionaire.
5 millionaire? Okay, fair enough. We got Jabril Sayed sends him $5. He says women feel like men are hypergamous. Wait, women feel like men are hypergamous also, which is why they feel like men are never satisfied. Yeah, well, yeah, that is true. They do feel like men are hypergamous, but I don't think that they feel like men are hypergamous in the sexual aspect, like meaning that men want other women, but not a woman that's better than them for the most part. They just like, dang, like you'll hit anything. But
Right,
I get what you're saying.
That's
but-
where your question was about the 21-year confusion, because I feel like that's how we typically think of things. It's like more of an sexual think that of what men want or whatever.
Yeah. Hypergamy is social economically, not based off of like sexual, not based off like sex. But yeah, women are hypergamous, men aren't. We'll date a broke girl, that's a 7. We'll date a broke girl, that's a 5. Men do it all the time and they married to him. And guess what? That woman withholds sex for compliance. All of y'all withhold sex for compliance. God dang. We got the Gramble, the Gram Tripper. Oh, the Gram B Trippin'. The Gram B Trippin', okay. The Gram B Trippin' sends him $5. Ask them if they woke up without
Coffee.
okay, if you woke up without your vagina, how would you keep your man?
I just like that was so random.
If you woke up without that cat, how you gonna keep your man?
Oh, that's a great question.
I don't want to say it.
I feel like I'm funny.
Oh, I know she's gonna say you nasty.
She said, "Honk too." He said, "Okay, hold on. You said what again?
Nasty.
I forgot now. It threw me off.
You said something.
Oh,
though.
because I'm funny. Maybe my charmingness or what? That's how I keep
Nigga,
up.
don't, what?
That's it.
Look, deuces.
I leave you so fast.
How you gonna keep your man if you don't got your toto?
I don't know. Maybe I'll dress nicer, or I don't know. Give a massage or something.
Okay, how you finna keep your man? Speaking of Mike, if you don't got your toto,
Pray for him.
pray for him.
That's what I think about that. That's exactly what I think about that.
Yeah, look.
What? He's out of pocket today.
That's what I think about
You
that.
should be praying for me already if you got the cat anyway. What else you gonna
Damn,
do?
so you're not gonna pay for dude when you have the cat?
Yeah. But
I'm just
anyways,
picking on you.
good question. I like the questions. We got Silver Lion sends in $2. He said she might provide that via stipulation always. What?
Huh?
She might provide that via stipulations always.
During a conversation.
Okay, that's probably during a convo.
Oh, but she said she'll do something, but she don't want to say it. And I said, "Oh, you nasty." That's what you're talking about.
Oh,
No, it
good.
was before that.
Oh, it was
Before
before
that?
that?
Oh,
Okay, so it's for another convo. Thanks for the support, bro. Thanks for the support. We got Supa the man. I think I'm saying that right. He sends in $2. He says, chat said they want to know if they value simps. Oh, okay. All right. Let's just see.
Same guy.
Same guy. Let's see. Chat want to know. Okay.
They don't,
This is the chat. Don't. Oh, you looking at the chat? He sent another $2. Let's just ask: do you value men that pedestalize you and that go beyond when you don't reciprocate?
And that double tax.
No.
Just put it like this: do you value men that pedestalize you and you don't reciprocate?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you value men that pedestalize you but you don't reciprocate on your end?
I don't like that question. Pass.
Well, do you value men that you're not into because you don't reciprocate your love and affection, but they pedestalize you? Do you value those men?
I respect it. I'll take it as a compliment.
Well, how can you respect it if you don't reciprocate it?
Do you have to reciprocate it?
Well, yeah, you gotta reciprocate love and affection and attention.
Oh, you mean like if you're with them?
Yeah,
I thought
if
you
you're with
meant in
them or even if
general.
you're not with them. Like, say if a guy is hopping in your inbox and he sends you 5 DMs, but you leave him on red. Do you value that man? Obviously, you're not attracted to him if you're not replying.
Okay, no.
All right. Do you value men that pedestalize you and you don't
Like
reciprocate
if you're with them.
With them or not with them?
Yeah. If you're with them. Yeah.
Okay, how can you value a man if you don't even reciprocate it on your end? Explain.
Like at all? Or just like not as much as them?
Well, that's what simps are. Simps are men that pedestalize women, but those women don't reciprocate anything on their end.
I don't know. Like, I think it's like nice, I guess, but do I respect them? Is that what
No,
you're
do you
asking?
value them?
Value them. Yeah, I guess.
Well, my answer is if you don't reciprocate it, how are you valuing them?
Because you're appreciative of it.
Well, I don't think you're appreciative of it. I think that you
You gotta show appreciation.
No, you expect it. You're entitled to it. This clip went viral. I'll just say it again so you understand. Women don't appreciate anything nowadays is because you get free attention from males. Since you get free attention from males all the time, the first time you get something for free, right? You appreciate it. The second time you get something for free, you anticipate it. The third time you get something for free, you expect it. The fourth time you get something for free, it turns into entitlement, right? So you get free attention all the time. And if this guy is pedestalizing you and you're not reciprocating it, you don't appreciate it. You're already entitled to it. It's like, okay, it's all in void.
I'm just saying, like, I appreciate the kind words. I'm not going to, like, lead them on.
We're not saying lead them on.
Yeah, okay.
You don't value it. Let's just keep it 100. Or you still think you do?
I don't know.
God dang, yeah, you don't value it. Like, think about it. You get so much free attention, you're incapable of valuing someone that's giving you free attention. The guys that you value are the men that make you earn their attention. You get it? You want your guys to be busy. For example, courting process. You got 2 guys, guy A, guy B. Guy A slides in your DM, sends you 5 DMs. You open it, you're like, God dang, 5 DMs. Hey, beautiful, how are you? Hey, oh, then you ain't reply. Hey, oh, then you looking real sexy in that outfit. All these DMs. Guy B, 1 DM. Hey, how are you? You look nice. Or something very simple. Who do you value more? All human beings value what? You respect what is harder, not what is easy, right? So that guy seems very easy. You got his attention already. He's giving you all of his attention. Easy. You already know what this is. You run it. You feel above him, right? But the guy that is not really, frivolous with his attention or, giving up his attention so easy.
You want his attention more.
You want his attention more. You crave his attention. God dang, daddy, you work so much. Come home. Love me. Make sense?
Yeah, I definitely agree, especially because I think also added to that is the fact that I feel like a lot of women feed off of that attention. So it's kind of like validating them almost. So I think that's why it's kind of like a lot of women don't think about if they value them reaching out or not. It's more, you know what I'm saying? I think it's more so about the gratification you're almost getting from it or whatever.
Did your friend leave or she said she had to go to the bathroom?
She probably making number 2.
Oh, number 2.
Could be. Shorty in there blowing that up. God dang. Wash your hands. Nah, I'm playing with you. Okay, so this is the part of the conversation. We're going to do last thoughts. I think we had a good convo, and it got better at the end. Everyone was joining in, and everyone has some good takes, minor debates and discussions. It was good. So let's start with you. How'd you like the podcast, and would you come back?
I liked it. Yeah, I'll come back.
Bert, I'll definitely have you back, Chelsea.
Thank you.
And when your friend comes, we'll ask her if she comes back in time. What about you, Kiara?
Yeah, I liked the podcast. It was exactly what I thought it would be.
You did. And you also, let me thank you for coming. You also called. Well, you did when the call-in show last week.
I had to. I felt led.
You felt led to call in. Okay, you called in. And during our Wednesday shows when we do the debates, she called in chat. She wasn't calling in to debate. She was just calling in to chop it up with me and, ask some questions. So cool. And I even told you, I was like, yo, come to a Friday show. And she showed up. So that's dope. Thank you for coming. Definitely have you back. And Genesis.
Yeah, I liked it. I think it was good to get guys' perspective.
Word. And thank you for traveling all the way from Connecticut. That's dope.
Word.
And Bridgeport. Dang, the hood. Would you come back?
Yeah, I would come back.
Okay, I'll have you back. Next time you come back, bring a friend. Bring a homegirl. Yeah, bring a homegirl. Yeah.
She's gonna feel some type of way about the
way I speak.
Yeah, about certain things to say
That's
about
okay.
woman.
It's okay. Like I give the
I was
chance.
gonna bring one friend. I was like,
You should.
I like
to go viral.
Yeah, I like to give the ladies
I have
even
someone real
when
crazy I could bring on.
I was gonna bring someone too, but
Seriously.
she had to go out of town.
Yeah, even when y'all have different opinions and different perspectives, I'm not attacking you. I'll just attack what you say. I'll attack the argument. You know what I mean? So never attacking y'all. But if y'all say something, it's like me and you, we going back and forth. I kind of went back and forth with everybody. So when I'm going back and forth with you, I'm not saying like you. I'm saying well, what you said here, that doesn't. Well, how does that make sense here? So it's just getting you to open up your mind and to critically think, and also helping me to critically think as well too. Like there's some things that you said, and even you palleted it away, and even Eve was like, wait.
Yeah.
I was like, well, no, I see what she's saying. It's just her thinking is this way. All right, so let me go to how she's thinking. And let's see if I can maybe understand and then correct maybe the few things, the misunderstandings. So that's all it is. But okay, cool. Eve, you got anything?
Nah, man. It was fun. I don't hate women, Chelsea.
Not anymore.
Oh, chat. Everyone that's supporting right now, we got hundreds of people in here. And at 1 a.m., hundreds of people still. That is crazy. Thank y'all for supporting. So everyone that's live right now, yo, go get the merch. The Mr. Man glasses. The link is in the description. We have the merch. Yo, it's a nice, tight fitting shirt around the arms. It's good. And, you see the saying on the back. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. It's the realest shirt ever. So go support, man. Go cop some merch. Y'all been asking for it. We sold out last time. We restocked back up. So go get the merch. Other than that, Steve, this podcast was
Go get
No
some Burger
Fugazi.
King.
We out. You could understand out the door.